Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie. So what? And that fool blazer, Ramon.
Welcome to episode 56 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
So what?
You know this guy over here.
And that fool blazer, Ramon.
On the other end, we have and we are
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
And today we actually have somebody in studio for the first time. Well, not for the first time. This is the second time.
Yeah,
first time during this whole Wanda Vision thing where you've been a part of every single episode, but now you're in studio.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate being part of all the episodes.
Senor Esteban.
Sí,
Esteban
está aquí. Sí. Thank you very much for having me.
Of course, bro. Thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah.
I love it when we can actually like make it all happen and people can come in. I like having guests.
Same. Yeah, no, it's fun.
We get to talk shit and
different faces and different voices and different opinions. And
screw with me and ask me stupid questions.
Right.
That I don't want
absolutely.
to answer.
Yeah. So
nobody wants to answer them. Not even us.
As a matter of fact, we're gonna start the podcast with a question specifically just for Steve, but he's the only person that has to answer it. So, Steve, if you had to suck a male dick, whose dick would you? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. No.
I think last week I said that I was actually I was worried that Dave's sweet ass was gonna distract me too much. So
is the answer to that Dave's dick?
Yeah, I think so.
Sounds like it
to me.
You're about to make me sin, buddy.
Uh-oh. This is a house of sin.
If I had to assign a dick to you, it would be.
It makes you the dick designator. What the fuck is that?
It would have to be the big black dude on the edge of the bed there.
See you with a clipboard. It's like, all right, Steve, you got big Marcus.
Big black guy.
Yeah. I never make that list.
Yeah, my name doesn't get called. I would. I'm never up. I've been waiting for years and never get that call.
Yeah, I somehow believe that. Did you ever get around to that Grindr profile?
I'm not getting any hits. It's out there. No views, no nothing, dude. It's really sad. I'm going to delete it tonight, I think. If I don't get at least propositioned for sex, I'm done with it.
The emails, they haven't been hitting up your emails?
Nothing.
Damn it, man.
Did they send any
by
dicks to our Asylum Studios emails? Did we get any dope tits?
No, I never check yours, and you never.
I don't even remember the password. I don't remember. I logged into it once, and there was nothing there, and I was like, I don't have any reason.
Wait,
to
you
be
actually
there.
made one? You made a grinder?
No. I didn't make it.
Wasn't that what we were talking about?
It was. But then we started talking about our Asylum Studio emails.
Gotcha.
That was what I did. That was what I logged into once.
He asked me that one time.
I would log into Grindr all the time, dude. I need that.
I was going to say that would probably
recognition.
That would stoke your ego. But you're a good-looking guy. You'd get hits.
You'd have someone else to stroke your ego too.
I feel like
more than my ego.
Yeah,
more than his ego.
I feel like I'm already saying a few things that are going to give people an opinion about how I really feel towards you.
That's the title of this episode.
Steve loves Dave.
Steve loves Dave. Esteban love. What's
Esteban's
Dave?
passion.
Is there a
ashamed.
Spanish Dave?
So just David. You just say David.
But what about Dave? Like, is there like
El pasión de David y Esteban. Hoy en Telemundo, el pasión de Dave y Esteban.
No, I picture Pablo Escobar saying it. What's his face from Narcos?
Damn,
I like
you're
his.
Fucking racist as fuck. Shit. What is it?
It's early already, dude. It's too early for this. Puerto Ricans are just tall Mexicans.
I mean, Steve's here, so we can do it all episode.
That's true.
Man.
We don't
That's
got
true.
to
We normally save them for you.
section.
All right.
And I still want to know what Dave's other names would be. I don't know that. Did we ever fully get an answer for that?
For what?
Yeah, so the Puerto Ricans are just tall Mexicans. So what's a Cuban to Dave? That's what I want to know.
That's true.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't
want to go myself any deeper in this Hispanic hole that I'm in.
I think we should pull up Google search Cuba. First person that pops up, I want to hear
Dave
Dave's
needs the disclaimer again that I was just imitating old dick.
We'll see. No, it was from the Bill Burr cartoon.
Yeah, but it was like
Yeah,
we did the old dick.
Yeah.
We had the old dick,
Which we
skit,
never
and you
brought
were-
back.
No, so now it's just obscure.
just-
Well, like,
yeah.
why would he say that? Why would he
Nobody
say
understands
that?
the reference. It's just like every time.
I purposefully did that.
Like,
That's
why is
just
he
for
on
that.
a podcast with two Puerto Ricans if he hates them so much? That's what I ask myself every day.
The thing is, you
Oh
don't.
shit!
You don't hate them. You just they're just tall
You
Mexicans.
just think they're
is what
tall
you're saying.
Mexicans.
Yeah.
That's true.
He's just upset because
At least they're tall.
he's a short
not
Greek. Is what?
That's what I said, right?
Yeah.
Said Italians are just short Greeks. I'm Italian. I can say that.
I'm Italian
my
too, and
people.
you're not wrong
That's
either.
it.
Like we are just short Greeks.
I told them we need a drop, dude.
Oh shit! Well, now we have it.
No, it's got to be in
It's gotta
a
be
thick
legit.
Hispanic.
It's gotta
accent.
be. It's gotta be legit.
Okay.
Let's
I'll
get
get
to
somebody.
this
I'll
question.
get somebody for it.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. There we go. There we go. I get my mom. She's gonna be like, but why? Why I gotta say these?
Dude, that would be amazing. Please do that.
Whatever shit. That's my mom's thing. It's whatever shit. Whatever shit. We're gonna get to the actual question, and because Esteban is in studio, I have 3 questions here,
Oh boy.
and I think we have the perfect one for him.
Oh boy.
All right, so
All right.
if you can only have one type of sex for the rest of your
One
life,
type of sex.
what would you choose? Oral, anal, or regular?
I thought it was one
he's so
position. I thought it was
I was
one
gonna
position
say like
for
that's
the rest.
that's actually like
It just says if you can have one type of
okay.
sex.
Okay.
I don't know who put the question.
We'll say the type and the position.
I was gonna say
We'll add the position.
If that's the case, like regular because it's the
you're
most
such a-
versatile.
It is.
It's the most
boring
versatile.
bitch.
What are you talking about? Like, come on, like
Nobody
you can
wants
only-
to get
That's true.
blown all the time.
Yeah.
Or just go straight for the ass all the time. That's weird. Dude. That's not normal. I'd be like, all right,
I mean,
babe.
who
Like, that's a-
who are
that's a
you to say that
special-
that's not normal? Are you trying to single out
That's-
people that
if you're
only?
if you're Belladonna or Sarah J, that's normal. I
Or
guess.
or if you're a young Christian couple that's trying to save yourself for marriage.
Exactly.
But, you know, I know Johnny gets it. Come on, man. We grew
I
up
know
the
a lot
same.
of people that lost their ass virginity real early.
Don't talk about walk like that on the podcast. That's for that Puerto Rican thing, asshole.
Let's change it up then. Then if you can only have like one position, what would you?
One position.
Yeah,
I want Dave's.
because regular is a given. Oral, of course, like that. That's I can easily go without. Like, you know,
Yeah,
giving
no,
anal
that's-
sex. Like I can easily
That's
do
a
that.
very easy one to cut out, in my opinion, personally.
But like I said, nobody wants just a blowjob all the time either. Like you get blown for a certain amount of time, and you're like, all right, it's time to fuck now. Like it's going down. So definitely regular.
Depends how
Johnny
good it
agrees.
is, but I would say for the
But
most
if it's-
part, yeah, I'm with
If
you.
it's the only thing you ever get, it's like
It's like, yo, you know,
It's
that
just
pussy's
not it.
right there. You just can't.
Yeah.
All right, keep blowing me, I guess. Like,
Yeah. Could you
fuck
imagine?
that.
That'd
No,
be
I
awful.
would not want to imagine that. That's terrible.
and it always takes longer.
I mean, one position, you're gonna
It
get
always
sick
takes
of
me
it.
longer.
I mean,
Oh,
what
yeah.
if
To
regular?
finish it, or-
What if
Yeah.
regular was locked to missionary? That was your only option. Is missionary, anal, or getting blown?
If it's missionary, can I move the legs all over? Can I like put them on one side, to the other side? Like, so that doesn't have to
That's
be
not
like
really
straight
missionary
up.
No,
anymore.
that's not. Yeah, the
That's not
second that the
missionary.
second that you lift
that
yourself
Second,
off,
yeah,
it's
once
not
your
missionary.
chest is off her chest,
It's not missionary anymore. It's
So wait,
changed.
what if she's on the end of the bed and you're standing and her legs are up?
that's not missionary.
That's not missionary.
So what is that called though?
Missionary is passion. You're looking at each other,
Like,
breathing in
face
each
to
other's
face,
face.
just right there,
Yeah.
sweating on her.
Yep.
That's never been
I
my
wouldn't-
my definition
You have-
of it. I
you
don't
have-
think.
I don't think it was mine
Yeah.
either, but apparently they
Apparently,
are.
these
Couple
are
of
the guys. that-
Dr. Ruths over here that fucking.
They're
Let's
looking.
just
They're
go
looking
to
up Urban
missionary.
Dictionary definition of it. Probably the most passionate form of sex. Oh, okay.
I mean, so I'm still gonna go regular then. I guess
Still
if it's
gonna go
missionary.
regular?
Yeah, I'm not fucking asses all the time, and I don't want to just.
Well, no, I was
get
thinking.
blown.
I was thinking like what position? What put it? All right. So what's your favorite position then?
If I,
Let's
like
go
I said,
with that.
No, they would all get boring.
They would all get
regardless.
boring.
They would all get
I
boring.
didn't say forever. I just asked generally. What's your favorite
well,
position?
Doggy style.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean that's just from being conditioned watching porn as a kid. Like they were always fucking in doggy style, and you're like, one day that's gonna be me,
Yeah.
and then it is, and you're like, sweet.
I think
Right? You know what I'm talking
always-
about? You're like, holy shit.
This is
doing
actually
this. I'm
this
doing
is
this
it's
right now.
happening
Every single time. It never ever fails. I'm always shocked that I'm having sex all the time.
I must say, like when I was in much better shape. Yeah, doggy styles. It's where it's at.
Okay.
For whatever reason, it still wasn't like if you're not in shape at all, that's probably the worst because you're putting in all this effort and you're just like, yo, I can't.
So as a big man, she's got to be on top all the time. Is that your go-to?
Yeah, I'm
know
down
what that
for
look
it.
was. I thought
I'm
he was
down
eating
for
her.
it.
It's like,
I was thinking
"Big
about
man,
it.
who
I was
you
thinking
calling,
about
big
it.
man?" He's like,
I was
"Should
thinking about it. I was like, I've
scared to
obviously
see it.
been way bigger in my fucking life.
Yes,
like
yes.
with zero exercise, easily 350 pounds.
Okay, so when you were
I know what sex was
350
like as a fat man.
When you were
And
350,
it was not,
and
doggy
clapping
style too.
cheeks,
Like you have to lift like your stomach
Oh,
up
this
a
is
little,
great.
just to
put
get
it on
in
her
there.
back, and then just. It's like,
Esteban is just like, oh,
so
shit.
heavy. He's like, this is way worse than the dick sucking question.
Nah, you
This
just
spiraled
adjust
out
it
of
once.
worse
control.
than every question. It's not even that it's worse for me. It's worse for everybody.
Oh, acting like he's never downloaded BBW porn.
Download it. Everyone's streaming. Who's
You're-
that?
yeah, but you're talking about when you have them,
I'm talking about
You're
yeah,
saving
download
your
your
porn for
folders.
later?
I was thinking about LimeWire days, right?
Oh my God,
That
LimeWire.
those days you
No, you
didn't
never
even
knew.
know
You
what
never
the
knew
fuck
what
was
you were
coming
getting.
up.
You're like,
Yo,
well, I'm jerking off to this regardless, so it better be hot.
Yo, I want.
Like, I spent a day and a half downloading this, and my dick's out. This better be dope.
Yo, at Johnny's the first apartment that Johnny had when I met him, it was the one on East that the loft or something, whatever the fuck you had. It was like a condo, whatever. It was a nice
Condo,
little
yeah.
apartment. I remember our buddy Donald. He spent that time. We're all chilling. He's sitting there on LimeWire or some shit, downloading a random ass porn. And when it came, and when we downloaded it, right? He's just like, yo, it took forever. When it finally downloaded, he was super excited. He hit play. It was a German shitting video.
Oh my God.
Yo,
What was it titled? They couldn't have been. It was just
I
like
can't remember. This was
tits,
so
ass, just
fucking long
random.
ago.
That's what
I'm
they were
telling
all
you.
called.
Yeah. And then
pussy fuck dick, and it was like some European.
So he downloaded this video. He's like, yo, let's watch this shit. And so then we're watching it. He's like, oh shit, it's a shit porn. And I'm like,
He was stoked.
he was stoked about it. I'm laughing
Yeah, he
about
was
it. I
still
think,
stoked.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
not disappointed. He was like, oh,
Okay.
cool.
Johnny and
Shit
I
porn.
were just like, what the fuck? All right, man, whatever. So like, he's still watching this shit. Dude, the second that she's like squat in front of him, and I'm like, nah, I'm like, we're just laughing about it. The second that you see the prairie
shit,
dog in
yeah.
it, no, not even the shit.
Yeah.
Like you just see her
It loosens up.
attempting.
It opens.
Yo,
Yep.
and I was like, I instantly saw that. It was like,
Well, yeah.
I was like, yo, I can't watch this shit. And then, so I remember turning around, and he's like, yo, watch it. I turn around again. I'm like, oh, I can't do it. And he is just screaming, just like laughing, dying laughing, like, oh my God, he's eating it.
Oh my God. Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's a no-go.
That's a no go.
That was a no-go.
no-fly zone
That's
here.
a no go.
Yeah. We found out it was never a question in my mind. I knew that I never wanted to see that, but that day I confirmed it.
That was it.
Unfortunately, you confirmed it.
Yeah, that's why I never watched that fucking 2 girls 1 cup bullshit that everybody
That's
was
where
talking
that's
about.
where I confirmed
I
it.
definitely
that
saw
I did
it.
not like it.
I never saw it. I couldn't watch that shit.
Lots of holding that back.
Yeah.
There's just constant.
To this day, I've
fucking
I don't
gagging.
think I've watched the full thing either. Like it's always like
If
a
you
minute
watch the
in
full
and you're
thing,
like,
then
"Oh,
you were definitely
you're dead inside.
It's not even about being dead inside. I think it's more about
They're dead
like,
on the outside, too.
yeah. I think
for-
it's more about having very particular tastes.
Is there
And
a
for any
documentary
possible
about those
advertisers, just think you
What are
can
they
have
doing
your ad
now?
right here at this portion of the podcast against the wall there.
There you go. Perfect.
I want you to ask that question.
Sponsorship opportunities available.
Sponsorship opportunities in the middle of this conversation. We are open.
I just
All
brought
right,
up
so we
something
break
to-
for our
to Steve.
sponsor. This episode brought to you by Bang Energy.
Bang Energy. Make sure you add
Because
the
we
CEO
all need
to
that
your
energy.
Instagram profile.
We all need the energy to bang.
Oh boy.
Would
What
you
was your
would
question?
you guys watch like a documentary about what those chicks from Two Girls One Cup are doing today? Like
Absolutely.
where they're at in their lives.
Absolutely,
As long
I
as
would
there was
watch it.
no,
No. There's no poop footage. Like,
There's
Yeah,
no poop
absolutely.
footage.
I
Yeah.
want to know what those girls
or
are
if
up
they
to
show
today
it like
because-
it's all blurred, I'm cool. Yeah, I would
Yeah, I
like to
just hope
learn
they're
what's
okay.
going on.
Yeah.
I just hope
Can't
they're
be
okay.
longer
probably
than a
not
10-minute
their life.
documentary.
Chances
though, right?
are,
I bet neither of them are alive to make a documentary. But you know what?
you would think so.
I'm going to do some research tonight. We're going to get to the bottom of this.
You don't need to.
And if they're not, I'm going to reach out. I'm going to reach out to them.
Dave.
I will get an interview for this podcast
Oh
from
my
those chicks. Put it in the notes.
I would love to talk
No,
to those
yeah,
women.
I'm actually I'm bought into that.
Okay.
If
Okay.
you can manage that,
Okay.
that's fantastic.
Let's see.
But
Oh, it's already, it's
nobody,
alive.
nobody in the
There's
world
an
is
article.
asking you to do this.
it's a lot.
Oh, wait. What do they have? What's up, Johnny?
There's an article. It's literally called "Where Are They Now?" The
Oh,
girls from
oh,
Two Girls
oh.
One
Yeah,
Cup.
I'm seeing it.
Wait,
I'm
when's it
seeing
from? Because I want to know where they are now. Because if it was like 4 years
Yeah,
ago.
what if this is like 2014?
Yeah, this was from 2015. This was 2015.
okay.
Yeah,
6
yeah,
years
yeah.
later? Where were they?
So we have
in
the opportunity.
2014?
We
Give
could
it a quick
definitely-
peruse.
We'll have to look for an update.
Yeah.
We'll have to look for an update.
Now that we have their
on
names,
Carla
it
and
shouldn't be too
Latifah.
hard.
Carla and Latifah.
I'll leave it to
That was
Dave.
their names.
I'm gonna leave it to Dave. He's gonna do
Yeah, I'm
that
gonna-
research. He's gonna find.
I'm gonna
find about
Snapchat
him.
it to Steve.
Oh, this is a memorable quote here. Once you get typecast as the shit eater, that's all people want to see.
You don't say.
Really? I never would have thought
Once you
that.
get typecast as shit eater.
I never would have thought that.
That's a big problem in Hollywood these days.
Right.
You never know.
Oh,
Oh, that's what happened to Cara Dune.
oh boy.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Yeah, exactly. She ate shit
You're
big
not
time
far off.
for being stupid. All right.
Bad decisions.
Wait, did we ask Johnny? Johnny didn't answer the
he did
the sex
He didn't.
question.
I don't even know if we have to go any further.
Johnny's a regular guy. Johnny's a regular guy. I know that.
I
missionary.
mean,
He's
what
there.
is the question again?
That's the one type of sex for the rest of
What
your
one
life.
position?
Yeah, one
And
type
position.
and position. Let's do that.
It's gonna be the position that that Dave was kind of talking.
Oh,
I'm looking
yeah.
for it here. The tabletop is
The
the
tabletop.
Ooh, the
Tabletop.
tabletop.
I
Yeah.
don't
It
know
is-
why I
it is
didn't
a
know
good
that
one.
That's what it was called because that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
that is a good one though. It is a good one.
Tabletop.
Yeah, I like that one. That's I like seeing titties bounce. You know,
Oh, titties
legs in the
bouncing.
air,
Yep.
Shit.
face
Speaking
staring
my
at
language.
me, letting me know
This
I'm
motherfucker's
tearing it
spitting,
up.
Steve.
Depending on like the way you angle them, it's
Talking
like
about the
different.
tit- he's like an angular.
The legs.
Exactly.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about
you can
the
move it
legs.
around.
Oh,
The legs,
And you could
depending
squeeze
on where
the
you,
legs
it's a whole
together.
different.
Yeah, you could do a whole bunch.
It's a whole different.
you crisscross them like Indian style,
Tie them in a knot.
and in a bow, throw them over your shoulder like a continental soldier.
I do like this lazy man though. There's some interesting names for these fucking positions.
Can we put
The
the lazy
lazy
man
man.
up here? Let's get right up here.
Lazy man's a good one.
Everyone look up here like we're amazed by the lazy man.
Oh shit!
Oh.
I've done that.
Definitely.
I'm definitely the lazy
Isn't
man.
the lazy man just what Locke was talking about a few minutes ago? Where
Yeah.
you get to a
When
point
you're
that you got to just lay there.
again, when you are 350
That's
pounds,
all
never
you're
worked out
doing.
a day in your life, you tend to live in the lazy man zone.
But you're still having sex, so good for you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, man. Let's start some somewhat decent conversations.
Why?
Bro, did you read that article about the ex-co-founder or the ex-founder of Papa John's?
Like Papa
Saying,
John?
yeah,
John himself.
Papa John?
He's
yeah,
not doing
Papa
good.
John.
Disgraced founder of Papa John's?
Yeah.
Correct. So this man recently, it just popped up recently that it says here, all right, Papa John's founder insists he isn't racist, says it was a goal to get rid of the N-word from his vocabulary. That he made it a goal, and it took him months to remove it from stuff.
It's tough to do, guys. I struggle with it
real
every
fucking
day. I
tough.
wake up and I'm shouting it nonstop.
Yo, he said
Wow.
it took him months.
Did he go to like a rehab center? What did he do to like what was the process for reading your vocabulary? of the
I have
N-word?
no idea what the fuck he did, but they know he's not a racist.
Hi, my name is John, and I'm a racist.
Racist.
He said, I used to lay in bed and go, how did they do this? And we've had 3 goals for the last 20 months.
How did who
Get
do
rid of
this?
the-
How did who do what?
Normal people.
What's the question? Oh, how do normal
Wow.
people
How
not
do
say
normal
the-
people
How
do
do the normies not say the N-word? Is that
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
Like,
Right.
Jeez, come on,
That's
man.
what he said.
God,
He said,
man.
and I would lay in bed and go, how did they do this? And we've had 3 goals for the last 20 months. Get rid of the N-word in my vocabulary and dictionary and everything else because it's just not true. Figure out how they did this and get on with my life.
How Papa John screwed him out of the company? Is that
I hope that's
that
what
what-
he's
how they
saying.
did?
Yeah,
Because
maybe
if he's really
how
saying,
they did this?
how did they stop saying the N-word?
Yeah, that's
How did they do
It's like
this?
he was referring
Maybe.
to other
'Cause
racists
that's-
that like have infiltrated normal
Possibly.
civilization.
But I'm just like,
How did
what
they
in
blend
the-
in?
how did they do
well,
this?
and there's not even like a real comparison to it these days. Like I'm trying to like empathize.
He's probably
I'm
talking
trying to
about
think,
Trump
like,
and Pence.
No,
Well,
no.
I-
he-
They do
yeah.
it.
I'm trying to think of like
They didn't.
the fact that I'm consciously using like they them instead of like he she sometimes and stuff like
Right,
that.
sure.
Like that's a very like 2021 problem for a lot of
Yeah.
people. But this is not.
This is a 1960s problem.
No,
Like,
no,
wait,
no.
how do we stop this?
older probably. Like
No,
come
no.
on.
That's
I'm-
about
I'm-
where it fell out.
I am
Like,
messing
right
around.
there.
He did say. I'm assuming he's talking about like how did they paint him as a racist?
makes more
But he's
because
still
of the N-word,
But he's
dude.
still yeah. I mean the whole reason why
20
this came
months?
about. Yeah,
It's a struggle, Johnny. The struggle's real.
bruh. To get
His wife's coaching.
the
She's like,
last
"It's gonna
20
be
months
okay,
it was
great, man. You're
it
doing
definitely was though his goal to get rid of the N-word from his vocabulary
It's a good goal.
because he doesn't know how they made him a racist, even though the controversy started because he was recorded saying the N-word in his natural habitat.
Right.
And
was he quoting
I think-
somebody? Was that the original context?
I don't think so.
No?
You know what?
I don't think
If
so.
he
I
had
can't
been
remember,
so.
but I'm pretty sure that's not.
I remember he said something on a conference call. It was
Yeah.
like on a conference call, and I think it was around the time when Kaepernick first started kneeling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he said something about how like they're ruining his pizza sales or something like that. And
Oh, right, because people.
I don't
were
remember if
watching
that's
and-
when
yeah,
he dropped
no,
the
it was-
N word. But I
was
know that's
something
what
like that,
first
yeah.
started getting him in the water. He might
Yeah, it
have said
says
the
here
N-word
that
later or something.
it says here, yeah, it was during the whole protest of the national anthem, and he said, and later the same year he was recorded using the N-word during an internal sensitivity training conference call.
Internal sensitivity
So
conference. call.
he was probably trying to say
Were
like,
they role
so
playing?
you shouldn't say things like N-word, come here.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Wow.
which is he's just a fucking
it's
idiot.
not exactly
he's
how
stupid. Yeah, I don't
sensitivity training
know.
works.
You know, if he hits that goal though, if he's able to
If he
achieve
hits
that,
If he's able
then-
to achieve
then I
in
think-
20 months,
then I think Joaquin's got a good guest for asylum.
Yes. To overcome such
That would be.
adversity. and really,
really,
Yeah.
you know,
you should reach out.
take hold of that.
You should reach out.
It's so stupid.
Yo,
It is so
is that
stupid.
why they took all the Papa Johns away from like the Rochester area? Because
From-
there are
from the
no
Northeast?
Papa
From
there are-
everywhere.
I miss Papa
There's
John's
definitely
sometimes,
still Papa
dude.
John's. I see commercials. I
Yeah,
do
I
too.
see commercials.
So
the
so
stuffed
he-
crust.
No, they're
They have
still
the
around.
stuffed crust that I
Shaq
watch
is
out.
on the board.
Yeah, he's not. He's no longer the CEO. He's the former CEO of
Shaq
Papa
is
John's.
on the board.
You don't have
Shaq's got his
to.
hand in everything, dude.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
Shaq owns a
So-
lot of different franchises. So when this whole thing happened, they added Shaq to the board. When he stepped down, Shaq got
Okay.
added to the board, became like
Wonder
in
why.
charge of some type of
They went big.
equity
Oh,
and
good. We
justice
really gotta
initiative,
drive this.
and he bought like 9 restaurants too, or maybe
Yeah.
they gifted it to him. I
Let's
don't
find
know.
the biggest.
Maybe.
Big-
I would.
Blackest dude. Just put him on the fucking board.
It was either
dude.
Shaq or Big Dick Black Guy from
or Wesley
the
Snipes.
memes.
yeah. Looking
Yeah.
for Dikembe Mutombo.
That would've
on
been
the
dope, dude.
Popeyes.
It's just the blackest board, dude. Yeah, they went big. Props
could
to
just-
Papa John's.
Have you ever seen him on a commercial for Papa John's?
I
Shaq?
think
I
I,
don't think
actually.
so.
I have.
I'm sure.
I feel like I have.
I definitely saw him on something.
The general. He does the
Yeah,
general.
Oh, I know he does the
General.
general.
For
I'm
sure.
very
His
aware of
shit.
general.
Very aware.
Way to go. Way
I
to
could
go,
just
American
imagine how that
Family
goes
Insurance.
anyway. You want to eat this pizza? It's a good pizza.
It's a
You
good
fold it, put it in your mouth.
That sounded like the Jimmy Kimmel Carl Malone a little bit.
Probably.
I-
Carl Malone.
You know
Carl
who
Malone.
loves the general? Nick Saraceno.
Why?
He gets
Why?
such a kick out of it. No idea.
He reminds me of
He just
Captain Crunch.
gets
He's like
such a
Captain
kick out of it.
Crunch's
Save
cousin.
some time.
Save some time. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I think the commercials that I've seen with Shaq on now, though, are like saying, like, you thought it was funny, right?
Right.
Like, you thought these commercials were hilarious.
You thought we were a joke?
Yup.
Nah, we're
It's like,
legit.
no, we're a legit company. It's like,
Well,
yeah, they're
Shaq said it. So
it's- they're backed by one of the major carriers in the country.
and Papa John's.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And Papa John's
And
enough,
Papa
too. Yeah.
And Papa John's. He's just that dude is just fucking ridiculous, man. Like I don't understand. 20 months.
Yeah.
Anyway, in other world news, also remember a while ago we talked about how Jeff Bezos was going through his divorce and he had to like cough up billions and billions of dollars.
Yeah.
So apparently
Same.
his now ex-wife is who is the 4th richest woman in the world with $53 billion, married a teacher at her kid's school.
Good for
Nice.
that.
That's awesome.
That dude
fucking guy
came
hit it.
the fuck up.
Dude came the fuck-
Yep.
Hit the
That guy
ladle.
came the fuck up
Damn, he
Wow.
was a teacher at her kid's school too.
at her kid's school.
You
Yep.
never know.
That's got to be discouraged by HR, right?
First of all, how
What a fucking guy.
how do you like it? All right, so it's got to be a prestigious school. So more than likely
Sure.
that nowhere near obviously how much money she's
Sure, it's not
making.
public school, yeah.
Yeah. So he has to have some sort of. But what type of what kind of balls?
No, but they don't
do
make
you
good money
have
in those schools.
to like, huh?
The teachers don't make good money in those schools.
Either way,
Don't make good
either
money in
way,
any
even
school.
even if you don't make any
Yeah.
like the good money, like what do you do knowing this is Jeff Bezos' ex-wife? She's a billionaire, 4th richest woman in the world. How do you bag that?
You hit her with that tabletop.
How do you get to
over,
the
son.
tabletop
Game
though?
over, son.
How do you get to the tabletop though?
Don't matter. You just hit her with that. Nah, she probably went after him, dude. Like usually.
Yeah, maybe.
You got money like
Maybe.
that. She's on the prowl now.
Yep,
Like,
she
it's
was
like,
lonely. She put that little cougar, that
Mm-hmm.
that cougarness to him.
Yup.
I don't know how old he is. They could be around the same
Teacher.
time. But in
Doesn't
my
matter.
head, I always like the cougar scenario, so we're gonna run with that.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter now. He never has to.
I don't
teach
even think they're
again
that
a day in his
old.
life.
Yeah, right.
That's okay. As long as she's older by 10 years, she's considered a cougar.
There you go.
Oh man, I don't know, but
There
I
goes
don't know how
half your
you
lady
would bag
audience.
that. No what?
All our old lady audience just disappeared.
Like, oh, Stop.
Yeah, the 30%. They're gone
Cry.
now.
There you go.
They're gone now. No, but quite honestly, man,
This
kudos to
episode
that
sponsored
guy.
by Depends.
depends. And estrogenica. That sounds like an old lady medicine for
gonna say,
estrogen.
is that-
I think it is. I think I read it.
Probably is.
No,
That
silhouette.
sounds like some old lady shit right there. Estrogenica. What the fuck?
I'll have to ask Jackie. Her and I always pick those pharmaceutical commercials.
Oh, yeah.
apart.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like
I didn't know where you were going with that.
Oh no!
Right.
I have to ask Jackie about her.
You guys are always shopping for
It's
silhouettes.
like, what are we talking about here?
we just know all those commercials because like we're watching TV or something. And it's like they come on. It's like, hey, this is gonna kill you. Like if you don't have it, go talk to your doctor about it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Hey, man,
Yeah.
you might die.
well, and has anyone that's ever been on any prescription gone to their doctor and been like, hey, I saw this commercial and I'd really like to talk to you about this. You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna totally recommend something else.
Or
He's
nothing
never
at all.
gonna-
He's going to be like, no, you don't
Yeah.
need that.
I have a generic that did this better 10 years ago that I'll prescribe
Is
you.
my medical
'Cause your
degree a
insurance
joke
isn't
to you?
worth it. Yeah, exactly.
It depends on the doctor, I guess. If you got a good
it's true.
doctor, then yeah, he'll try to hook you up. Some of them are just in the pharmaceutical pockets. They'll be like,
That's
actually,
true.
They push whatever they're making money on.
You know, you might die, but at least your pussy gets wet now.
At least.
They'll slide right out of that coffin.
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh man.
It's the Delta 8.
Yeah,
Where are those Delta 8s
you ever-
at?
that's what it is.
That's what it is.
You ever wanted to have a
what it
water
is.
slide funeral? Try this.
No.
It's the Crocodile Mile theme song. You remember the Crocodile Mile? John?
Crocodile Mile. Where's that from? That shit sounds so
That was
familiar.
that was a water slide from like the late '80s, like a home what is that? Slip and slide. That was a slip and slide.
yes,
That's
yes,
true.
yes.
Yeah, the crocodile mile.
Crocodile Mile.
Holy shit.
God. Forgot about that.
I could sing the song, but I won't because it's embarrassing.
Oh, now you have to.
I was gonna say that's
You done fucked yourself over. Let's hear it.
No,
Let's hear it.
I'll post it.
episode
somewhere.
doesn't go on
Oh,
without
you're
hearing this.
just dead silent.
You're just going to hear dead air for a few minutes? Fucking piece of shit. Oh, the crocodile mile. Wow,
Crocodile
I haven't
Mile.
heard of that in so long.
Yeah.
Dude. So long. My kids would probably love
Oh,
it.
I would love it, dude. I would hit that shit. But
Nah, man,
kids
I'm
are
too
getting
old for
broken
that
bones and bruises and shit. They were just smacking
man.
that shit.
What was that? What was that movie again? The
Oh, the Class Action Park? Yeah.
Classic.
You've
On
never
a
seen that?
documentary on HBO Max about the theme park, like in the
Oh,
Jersey
you know
area,
what?
where people were getting
Yes.
killed like every
Dude,
other
that
day,
shit
and
was
it was just
wild.
wild out there.
Yep.
Did you watch that?
I didn't. But my
Worth the watch.
Mhm.
my ex grew up going there, and I
No
remember
shit.
her talking about.
Hey,
like, some
she
of the stuff
survived,
that
so
happened.
I
yeah.
would talk about it too.
She's an
mean,
OG, clearly.
Apparently,
Bro,
but I remember when the documentary, I saw a preview for it, and I was like, oh, holy crap! I remember like hearing about this place
oh, watch it.
years ago.
Just
I-
like
Please.
I definitely.
Please,
young
watch
kids
it.
that ran this
You-
place, and they were just fucking
Yeah.
getting high everywhere,
Yup.
not paying attention to shit.
What the fuck was
Was
that?
was that the Crocodile Mile song? Did you look up the crocodile?
Just
Johnny's
some
over there
audio
sharting.
fuck up.
I'll be right back, guys.
It's coming up.
Got a shark.
I'll be right back. Fucking no, but it's you would not believe, like, if I explained a lot of the shit, like knowing life now and how impossible it would be to own something like that.
Mhm.
Looking back at this, like, constantly people were coming back with like those the friction burns.
Mhm.
And then they would it was
They'd
they
spray
would
that shit on
it
there.
was like a circle in the
Yep.
in the nurse's office.
Yep.
And they had to stand there, and it was a thing where if you stood in the circle, then you get a prize. And you would have this giant friction burn, and they would what was it, a mixture of iodine and alcohol. They would spray it on your friction burn, and if you stood in the center of it, then you won a prize.
And if you stayed in this little circle,
In the
on
center of the
place, without,
circle,
like,
in
you
the
know,
nurse's
wincing
office.
out
Oh,
and
gotcha,
bitching out
gotcha.
and
Yep. They had a water slide loop-de-loo.
a loop. Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, a
Yep.
fucking loop.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So they
my God.
had a water slide loop, which at first when they had this great idea, they did it, and they sent down like
A
a
crash test dummy.
like a dummy, a mannequin, sent it down. When it came down in pieces, they're like, all right, let's adjust it. And then once one came
Mostly,
mostly like just
They
fine.
opened
All
it
right,
up.
cool. So let's get the employees. The employees who are teenagers.
They gave him like $10 to test
$100.
it. Was it
He's like, hey, $100 if you go
I
through.
thought it was something shitty.
And when you come out the other side, we'll give you $100. And they would just like get to the top, whack, hit the other side, come out bloody, missing teeth, adjust it. Let's keep going. Who wants it? Like, who wants to keep going? Like, this was a real place in the 80s, right? It was 80s.
The 80s and early 90s. I think it closed down like 96, 97.
Something like that.
Open,
Wow.
It was open later than I would think.
I guess Johnny Knoxville made a movie based on this place. Yeah.
Was it Adventureland based on it? Was that it?
I don't think it was.
Or was it
No,
something
not
else?
Adventureland.
No, it wasn't Adventureland.
Action Park.
Was it Action Park?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, but yeah, if any of the listeners have not seen that documentary, please
Class
entertain
Action
yourself.
Park.
Class Action Park. It's definitely a movie or a documentary, not even a movie.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't even like, not even in the slightest is this fake. It's great. Great stuff. So apparently too, like, I'm kind of upset because HBO fucked up.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I heard about
Yep,
this.
there were a
I
few-
heard about this.
There were a few lucky people who probably didn't even appreciate it, but they went to watch
If they were
Tom and
trying
Jerry.
to watch Tom and Jerry, then they didn't appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah.
They were trying to watch Tom and Jerry, and instead they got the R-rated Snyder Cut Justice League that we've all been waiting for.
But it wasn't even like a lot of it though, right? Like it wasn't even like it wasn't like a full movie length or anything. It was just a little chunk
I
from
don't know.
from the
Because
article
of-
that Johnny said. It seemed like it was just a little chunk, right? Otherwise, it would be on the torrent.
It would
sites.
be-
I would
it would
have a
be like
copy
the
right now.
first.
I would have
Yeah,
watched
exactly.
it last night.
Even if it went
Yeah, I
all the way
think-
through, it would be like the first episode. It wouldn't be the whole thing.
Well, no, it's not episodic. It's all one 4-hour film.
So then why did they chop it up in 6 pieces and they all have a title?
They have a
Are they
title.
gonna do like
but they're
Tarantino
not.
like chapters?
No. He just said that it was in one of his interviews I saw. I think it might have been with IGN when they had their big like live shit on YouTube. He said that that's how he wrote it. Like, the way you write
They
a
just-
play
he just
or a
separated
story in
them all.
multiple acts. He was like, those are the acts. And they were asking him about like when he was going to split it up into 4 episodes. He was like, that's how I was going to do it. But then it ended up like being too difficult to kind of rearrange some things and make it exactly 4 episodes. So that's why they decided to just go back to a 4-hour movie. But when they released that graphic that had the 6 sections, that's basically like, these are the different sections. If you want to split it up, you could watch it like that. But you don't, they're not being released that way. It's being released as a 4-hour flick.
See, I was under the impression that because they named every single one of them, because we talked about it before, right? Where it was like, it's all just one run. I'm like, okay, so then would he name it all? I guess they are separating them into, sections, but
No, I
guess
think it's
not.
just like if you want, like these are the you've already seen this movie, right? So they're trying to give you some reason to watch it.
yeah.
Besides, the extra, I don't know what is it, 35 minutes of Zack Snyder footage. I don't know exactly how much.
No,
of
but
new
I thought-
footage. I mean, new footage. There's other footage that we haven't seen, but I don't know how much of it is. I mean, I
It's
guess
got to be a lot more than
an
that.
hour and a half, right? Because the
Is
original
it
was.
supposed to be in black
And
and
it's
white?
not
Is that-
actually
No.
4 hours,
Okay,
by the
they're
way.
just only advertising it.
He wanted it to be in black and white,
Okay.
and HBO said no.
Yeah,
Okay.
they are
They're-
releasing
but
it
they
in
are-
4:3 or whatever. That IMAX square.
Aspect ratio?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna see pillar bars on the side.
Okay.
Damn.
Whatever.
Was this 2005?
Right. Yeah. I mean, he said that he wanted to shoot it for IMAX, and so the IMAX, is more of a square ratio. But he wanted to do the whole movie like that. So if it was released, it would have been released on IMAX theaters, and you could watch the whole movie in IMAX without having to, lose anything or whatever. Even though the whole movie wasn't going to be filmed with IMAX cameras. Anyways, the whole movie isn't it's not 4 hours of content. It's 4 hours and I think he said 4 hours and 3 minutes or 4 hours and 4 minutes of runtime. So that includes whatever minutes of credits.
30 minutes of credits.
And title sequences in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So
you heard anything like the Bond title sequences where you're trying to watch a Bond movie and they're fucking 10 minutes long?
it's the entire song.
Dude, it's the worst. I fucking hate it so much.
I feel like that was like a like early 2000s thing that became really popular. It was like, let's put a really
Stretch
long
this
intro.
the fuck
Remember the
out.
Spider-Man ones? The original Tobey Spider-Man ones?
Yeah.
We're like let's
Yeah.
like fly through spider webs
Yeah.
for like 10 minutes.
10
and tell
minutes.
you
That
everyone
was
that's in
that
the
was
movie.
the
long.
go that
My
was the
popcorn
go-to
would
thing
be gone in the theater
forever,
by the time
though.
that was finished.
I feel like it got bigger. Like I remember it from movies when I was obviously like young. But then the Spider-Mans reminded me that, like, oh, like, this is really annoying when I'm not watching a cartoon
They went
movie
back to it.
because I'm 12 years old now and I get to watch Spider-Man.
Well, if
But,
like I've been looking at like every time like I pay attention, I'm like, okay, well, if it's an older movie, I'm expecting like all of the credits in the beginning. None of it matters
yeah.
until it says directed by, and then I can continue to watch
Yeah.
it.
Right.
And that's how it's always been. Even like Home Alone, when I go back, it's always that Christmas song, and it's like the animation going through the whole thing. Yep, dun, 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 you know, all the way till it says
I fuck
directed.
with that though. I fuck
And
with
then it goes.
Home Alone.
I mean, I'm
love
just
that
saying,
song,
like,
man.
there's some you just fuck with
Yeah,
it, and
yeah.
then some you just don't because of
yeah.
nostalgia reasons.
Right.
But it wasn't
Sure.
until streaming, I think, like once streaming became mainstream, they're like, well, we can actually like start
Skip
the
the
movie
intro.
while
Jump
the
into
credits,
this,
yeah, while the credits go through. Like we can actually do this. You know which ones are the worst? Are the
I know
Disney
what you're
movies.
Gonna,
The Disney movies. Like now that I have to, you know, I put my kids onto the old Disney movies
I mean, I'm
and
into all
whatnot.
of them. Yeah.
But like Bambi and all of that shit.
Yep.
Like it's literally just like drawing, like
Yeah.
just like the
And
like
it's
it takes
usually
so
not a
fucking
song,
long.
especially on those older ones. Not usually a song, right? It's like just music,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
orchestral music for like
Yep.
3.5 and 4 minutes.
Yeah. For some
I
reason, I'm like
skip all
imagining
that shit.
some sort of like female like singer.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
It's like I can imagine it from Bambi for some reason.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. And like I remember skipping through it, and my daughter's like, "Leave it, I love it." I'm like, "What?
like okay.
Why?
You have
Not the
no
movie.
idea.
Oh man, it's like, what are you doing? Why are you? Why do you?
Nostalgia. She loves it. That's her Home Alone. Leave her alone.
That is-
Let her watch it.
Bambi is her Home Alone, her nostalgia.
Yes.
Ugh.
Sorry.
I yeah.
I'm very sorry for your daughter.
She loves
I
it.
remember a lot of people too talking about like, because I didn't really watch Bambi as a kid. I didn't really remember it, and everyone's just like, "Oh, it's so sad." I remember putting my daughter onto it like within the last year. Like my son watched Bambi, and I was like, "Oh, let me look at the scene when Bambi's mother died," and I watch it, and I'm like, that's it? Like what? Like that was a scene you would think that like the
Yeah.
way people the way people mentioned it or talked about it, it was
Yeah.
almost like you saw this deer bloody on the floor,
Yeah.
just like slaughtered,
Blasted away.
and the hunter just started just chopping
Peeling
away
the skin off.
Right.
Of it. It's just
at this
de-skinning it.
deer. Like I was like, really? Like you didn't even see the mom drop nothing. Like this is
It's all implied
this
violence.
is kids
Exactly,
play.
yeah.
But then again, I remember
But at 5,
That was like a Tarantino movie
No,
when you were 5, dude. Like, you got fucked up.
right?
You were
Dude,
fucked up with
That's
this
like
saga.
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
Oh, yeah.
when
then-
absent father shows up at the end, just staring at you from the mountain, and then he doesn't come over and say hi.
yeah.
Sorry,
Like-
screw you, kid.
I guess I have to take
Yeah.
care of you now.
Good job.
Fuck.
Yeah. Congratulations for not dying yet.
Yeah. And then I kind of remember like how I was raised, and I'm like, all right, well maybe it's just me.
Well, yeah, I mean, Scarface at 7.
You're right.
Birdcage at 12.
Oh man, like yeah, I
German shitting porn at 15.
That was also 12.
Listen, okay.
It was still 12.
I was probably like 17 for that one.
Still
I
illegal.
met Johnny like Well, yeah, actually,
17.
yeah, 17. That was 20 years ago. Nice.
Damn.
German Scheiser videos. Oh, Scheiße.
Scheiße.
Which I learned that, by the way, from South Park.
Same.
So,
Yeah, same.
Everybody learned that from South Park, dude.
I learned it because I was one of the fools that took German in high school. I don't know why I did that.
I did too.
but-
I
Did
did
you really?
German too.
Frau Bo?
No, I had
Oh.
Frau Langstein.
Okay.
Mm.
I don't know Langs. Frau Langs.
The only Frau I know is Frau
Frau
Verbissina.
Frau
she got
Langstein.
German and French. She did
Sure.
both of them. Yeah,
Okay.
she was skilled.
Yeah. So
Scary, but skilled. She's black too. A black German teacher. That was
Langstein?
Langstein.
The black
the
German
Langstein,
teacher.
the
Wait,
black
what
German
the
teacher.
fuck?
This just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Weirder.
very
Hence
attractive
why my
person
German is
a
so poor.
black
I speak
French
with
lady.
an urban German accent. That's where that came from.
I didn't know what Frau meant until, what, Austin Powers?
Austin
Frau,
Powers, yeah.
Frau Verbissina.
Frau Verbissen.
Oh wow, I forgot about that.
I retain the dumbest shit, I promise you. Like, I have the most useless information out here, and for some reason, my cache just does not want to let that shit go
I feel like
to make room for
Can't clear it.
important shit.
Yeah. I feel like you and I can probably go back and forth for hours on just the random bullshit.
Very
all
random.
stuck in
We
there.
all could.
Him
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Oh my god.
You know what's in here, Steve? I don't think you do.
Dave's a treasure trove.
Oh, it's
Bro,
disgusting.
I was so, like, when last
I could
episode.
be a doctor. I could be like a physicist. I could be, if I applied myself, the memory that I have
I
for
can't get this
bullshit.
stupid Crocodile Mile song out of my head now.
Exactly.
Like,
Now
You
that
don't know
I
how
heard it and I
excited I
remember
was.
it, it's
You heard it? You listened
just
to it?
fucking there. Yeah. Oh my god, that shit used to bother me so much as a kid, and now I can't get rid of it.
you have no idea, though, going back to Dave's, like,
Fucking Dave.
mind, you have no idea. Last week, when he hit me up talking about the fucking the
Handmaid's
period
Tale?
pieces.
Oh, the
Dude.
period
Oh my
pieces.
God.
No, not
that
the hand
was
pieces,
that
they're
was
different.
something that literally I told nobody about because I'm like, I'm just insane. That's just like I guess that's just how my brain works. But I thought about that often. And then when he tells me all this shit, I was like, my fucking guy. That's why we're friends, dude. Because we would talk about that in at the fruit stand. We would have
My
the most
God.
obscure conversations. But like,
like,
yeah,
hey,
fuck yeah, I remember
Let's turn
that.
this into a podcast.
The what? The oh yeah, exactly.
Just a
Like
shit shit.
yeah, let's turn all the dumb shit that we talk about into a podcast.
And look at you now.
And look at us now,
lo and
56 episodes.
56 episodes.
56
I
episodes.
can't wait till 69. That's going to be dope.
Oh, my God.
that dude.
We got to do something special.
wanna
Let's
get-
69.
You want to get a stripper?
Yeah. What's
Interview a
his name?
stripper? If his name isn't Mongo, then we're not doing it.
Ricky and Devo.
I think we can pull that one. I think we can get
that
Ricky and Devo.
He's like, that's attainable, guys. Don't you worry.
Schedule's open.
I think I'm recording that day.
Yeah, recording Ricky.
So all right, back into some real shit. Apparently,
Oh, shit. Politics.
politics as usual. So apparently, Marvel has reported that they are developing an X-Men movie called The Mutants.
That
Do you-
sounds about right.
Yep, that's what they reported.
Good
Call
title.
the mutants.
Good choice.
A lot of people are thinking that
What do you
it's
think
just
it's
like
about?
I don't know.
I mean, it makes sense for them to call them the Mutants, and a lot of people are like kind of upset that it's not like, what? That's a fucking stupid name, it's so general, blah blah blah. But it's like it's not about the X-Men. Like the X-Men are a team of mutants. The mutants are going. It's like going to be like just that. Like mutants are now here.
And you got to wonder, like, maybe they're trying to develop it in a way that, like, this is how they can more easily bring Deadpool into the
Yeah.
MCU or something.
Yeah.
So it's
Maybe.
like Deadpool's never been, like, the X-Men are not who Deadpool is associated with.
Yep.
Yeah, except for obviously shit. Who is it?
Hugh Jackman.
No, what's the?
But
Oh,
Deadpool
the
can
silver
be
dude,
introduced.
Colossus.
Yeah.
Colossus is always his.
But
buddy in
Deadpool
those,
can
but
be introduced. He's
he can be
not a
introduced in
mutant
so many ways.
in the even in the Fox universe. He's not a mutant, right? He was experimented
is.
on.
He was experimented on, but he was experimented on to wake up the X gene that's already in him. Like that's the process that he goes through, because
And that's how they did it in the
Marvel
Deadpool
universe. Yeah, they like force
Okay.
him into like these like intense situations to try to get him to react in a way that will cause the X gene to reverse his cancer, essentially. But we all know that what they're actually trying to do is just turn him into a weapon of sorts.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's and that could go. I guess that could go in line with how they set up Pulsar or Photon or whatever the hell they're gonna end up calling Monica. Is that a spoiler now?
Monica
Or is
Rambeau?
that, like, that's like weeks ago now, so I'm not counting
Yeah.
as a spoiler.
Right.
But like there could be something that wakes up the mutant gene instead, and like that Deadpool can explain. Yeah, this happened in my universe. Whatever. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited for a mutants like movie.
Story.
It's dope. I mean, we've already heard that, like he's already said like we're thinking about ways of bringing them in. Obviously, when he made that the announcement, kind of solidified. Okay, we're not getting mutants like anytime soon until this drops. But I think they're easing it in there, and they did ease it in there with Wanda Vision, and again, like it is a spoiler alert. What'd you say?
Like light ease.
Very light
Very
ease.
light.
Very light ease, just by saying like it was there already, and this just blew it up. You know what I mean? So I can't wait to see. Honestly, I can't wait to see the cast for our favorite characters. One of the things I'm excited for when the Mutants and X-Men hit the big screen is a good version of Gambit.
Yeah.
He was one of my
He was
favorite.
such a wasted character.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Such a
That's my
wasted
favorite.
character.
Yeah, that's Jackie's favorite too.
So
Yeah.
it's like, so I want Gambit. I want a good Rogue, like an action, like Rogue, like how she
she's
was,
my
because
favorite
we had,
X-Men woman.
and
I wasn't
and when
really
you
too
saw-
happy with how Sookie Stackhouse did her.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Sookie Stackhouse did not do that role justice.
What's her
You a
name?
True Blood guy, Johnny?
Hell yeah.
That was my shit. That was my
was
shit.
I didn't know
shit.
y'all
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
with that. Okay.
Jackie's rewatching
yeah.
that right now on the elliptical.
Fucking
That's her.
I was
workout
thinking
show.
about rewatching it.
Yo, Godric? Godric was my shit.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to watch that. That's Jackie's vampire show.
Yo, it was,
Sexy
I'm not allowed
vampire
to-
show.
Steve, it's
It
my
was good.
vampire
It was
showtime.
definitely
Retire
good.
to your room.
it was definitely a good show.
It was
Yeah,
good.
we-
It was a little
yeah.
campy
A
at
little-
times,
a little
but
wild
totally.
sometimes, yeah.
That's that. Was
Totally,
that, was that
I was
HBO
with it.
or was that Showtime?
HBO,
That was
yeah.
HBO, yeah.
Yep.
HBO, man. They've got so much
Mm-hmm.
good out there.
So good.
They do a good job.
They have so much good shit. I love it. If I go back to a show, I tried now that HBO has HBO Max.
Yep.
I love that their entire like
I mean, they had
Everything.
HBO Now
Full
and
library.
HBO Go for
They
years,
did, but-
though,
but, you
like,
know,
Yeah,
I'm
but they
just
didn't
saying,
have
like,
like
I'm just-
all the library of Warner Brothers shit before.
Oh,
Now
no,
they
no,
have
it's
the
just
full
their
library.
Yeah, yeah,
HBO
yeah.
library.
yeah, but I'm just saying I like that they have their full library there. You know, like all of the dope ass shows. So like if you wanted to go watch True Blood,
Actually, no,
you can
yeah,
go
I guess
back
they
and
were
watch
on
that.
HBO now and go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The shows were, yeah, for sure. So, most of
Oh
them.
man.
I don't know if all of them were. but
I don't know if all of them were, but most of them were
probably,
there.
Yeah. Never mind. Yeah. Either way, I agree with Wok. It's fucking great to watch shit like that and go back. I've been thinking about watching the fucking True Blood over again.
Yeah, True Blood was a good one. What was another one? I've been wanting to go back and watch The Wire because I haven't gotten through all
I
of
gotta
that. It was just
watch
like,
The Wire. I've never
Wire was
watched
good.
it.
yeah, I did like the first season, and then I think I just got into like one of the newer shows that I was watching. I don't have like I just can't like be into multiple shows at once unless it's like planned out that way. If they're like weekly, then I'll be like, all right, Wednesday this show, Thursdays this show. Like I can plan it out.
Sure.
But when there's no plan for it, I'm just like, all right, what am I watching now? You know what I mean?
Now we're getting back into
And then
the
if my girl
binge
gets in,
debate.
Did you just say, what am I watching now?
I said, what am I watching now is what I said. I didn't say, what am I watching now? For those,
What am I watching now?
For those that are just listening and not watching.
yeah,
Walked in
it was in a
jerk-off
jerking motion. Oh my God. So no, I can't go back to a lot of those shows, so I end up, just like they fall to the back burner unless I really, really get into it. And
It's tough to go back and watch.
It's
shows
tough.
that, like,
Yeah,
are
the old
done
shows,
like
the
that.
old shows are tough. The old shows get real tough. To jump into them, and then like things are like very old time. Like that's why I haven't gone back to watch The Sopranos.
Did you guys ever watch Deadwood?
I've never seen it.
No, you should make an exception for The
you
Sopranos.
should make
The
an
Sopranos
exception.
I've
for
never.
that.
The Sopranos.
I
It
understand.
totally
That
works
doesn't-
right now.
That doesn't fall into the.
Yeah, it
Same
plays
category.
just as good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, it's
You think-
almost
you think
like
it's coming out now.
I mean, I know you don't care for period pieces.
I
But
mean,
got
it's kind of like
pussies in
watching
their
It's not
fucking
a
period
period
pieces.
piece from the 2000s. Like, it's not like that long ago
No,
that you
no,
can't
no.
relate. You
There's
know what
cell
I mean?
phones and
See, when I talk
Cars
about
and-
period pieces, I can watch anything. Even all right,
talk
I
about
think,
like the Renaissance
guess-
and shit.
I guess sometimes like in the 70s, I just be like, oh, they definitely have a big ass bush or some shit like that.
What about Joker? Was Joker? There was
No, I
bushes
didn't
in
even
Joker
think about
for
it.
sure.
I'm sure there was. I'm sure there was nothing but bush. However,
bush.
I did not get that. But when when it's like I was watching specifically, I would watch like Boardwalk Empire. Boardwalk Empire, you see like the people in the 1920s, and you see how they,
They showed their bushes though. Like you knew that there was
Oh,
bush. Like there was.
I understand that, but I would sit there and
they made it clear. They're like, hey, this
when they
is
go
how
to
we
the
fucked.
brothels, and when like some girl was just like boning these dudes, I'm just like, oh,
she would
they,
douche
they
with
all
Lysol
have to fucking
afterward.
stink
dude.
so bad.
Let me say, I never once thought about that personally until you guys talked about it on the last episode, and I just thought to myself, thank God Jackie and I already finished the first season of Bridgerton, because
Yeah.
otherwise I'd be thinking about it all the
The
time.
next season of Bridgerton.
Uh,
Yeah, that's got to be like 70% of the show is them like stink fucking, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
The smell in
it's,
those
it's
rooms.
no.
Next time
no
you watch
small amount
Bridgerton,
of
think
the-
about their britches. What's in there?
their
Britches.
You know that's what they call it too.
their
My
trousers.
britches.
Yep, their trousers and their
I think
britches.
that was more of an old west thing.
Maybe.
Britches. My britches.
My britches. I don't know.
Shit or britches.
That's great.
Stevie Ray Vaughan? Was that Stevie Ray Vaughan? Dude? He just shoots his. That's a South Park bit.
You gotta
dude.
save those britches.
You know Stevie Ray Vaughan. He's like a singer, right? What is he?
Yeah,
what is
yeah.
he singing?
Yeah.
Oh god.
There was a dude named Steamy Ray Vaughan that would just go up on stage and
Well,
shit
it
his-
wasn't
he would
just a
shit his
dude.
pants.
Wasn't it Randy?
It was Randy dressed
going
up
up,
as it was
and
Randy
make-
Marsh
the,
dressed
the
up.
music was him just shitting. 'cause
Just
it's
shitting
like-
his britches.
and then
Shit my britches.
great.
I think that was the same storyline where they gave Stan a drinking problem at. He's supposed to be a 10-year-old
Oh.
sneaking a bottle of whiskey in his draur
Oh,
so that the
my
world
God.
isn't as shitty. It's,
That's
I
right.
can relate to this
That's
fake
awesome.
10-year-old.
It's on stage
Oh.
and shits his britches.
And then there was Steamy Nicks too.
Steamy Nicks.
Steamy
yes, there
Nicks.
was.
Oh my God. That's some
I
good
love
stuff.
those dudes.
Like, how do you come up with that shit?
I don't know, man. Those guys are.
Matt and Trey, dude, they're
Those
on a
guys
different
are wild.
level. Yeah,
They really are.
Did you guys ever watch their what is it, 7 Days to Air, their documentary where they show how they put together an episode of South Park in like a week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted to, but I never.
I
watched
have.
it.
Oh, I
That's
watched it
fucking
multiple
crazy.
times. It was super crazy.
7?
It was the
Yeah,
do you remember the
literally
human
7 days.
the human Sentai pad where
Mhm.
like that episode where they're ripping on Apple and that's what they were showing, like their process, and they literally put that shit together in a week.
Yep.
Jeez.
like down to the wire sometimes, where like they're getting it in at fucking midnight when it's due, but like they were saying, when it first started, like it would take them months to make an episode, and now they got it down to like with their technology and shit, dude. They're banging them out. That's why it's so topical. When South
they
Park
used to
is
do
still
it like
killing it,
these huge like freaking
like the paper bowl,
paper
like,
shit. Like
they
it
were
was
really,
actually like
construction paper.
photoed and with construction paper. That's why they look that 2D
Oh
style.
yeah, that's why they. Yeah,
Choppy.
I figured that. Like that's how they would do it. They look like, it looks like cardboard like cutouts.
Exactly.
Those old episodes, dude. The fucking
Now I wonder if everything is digital. Like they just have to like make
It
it
is.
look like
No, it
it
is.
is.
Now
That's
it
why
is,
they
yeah.
can do it in a week, dude. That's because
yes.
everything is fucking cut and paste, dude. Like it's all
It's kind of
there
like
and just put it
SNL in a
together.
way,
Mhm.
but way tighter. Way
I
tighter.
can imagine.
And like you see them like
I haven't
coming up
seen
with
that show in so long.
storyboarding and shit, dude. Like I love it. I watch it every so often just because it's so good.
Bro, if we like if we had the ability to do that, like we didn't have 9 to 5s, that like when that is your 9 to 5,
Yeah.
it's like, yo, we're brainstorming. Like fuck
Yeah.
it. Let's
what was
get
the-
this
what
shit
was
out.
the big news
food
What do we do?
delivered
for the
and
week?
shit, Yeah.
You gotta have a lot of ideas.
Yeah. Oh man. You have so
Yeah.
much room for ideas.
Bill Hader was on there. He was in their writing room with them, dude, and he would
Nice.
always write for South Park a lot and do voices for him and shit.
Oh yeah,
Bill
Hader.
Hader's the shit.
I didn't realize that.
I love
didn't
Bill
realize
Hader.
that either.
Me
I
too.
didn't remember that.
I really like I've always loved Bill Hader. Bill Hader is such a genius when it comes to all of that, and I loved him more with Barry, dude.
We're buried.
I gotta watch Barry.
Yeah.
I didn't
gotta
watch Barry. Yeah, I gotta
No,
watch Barry too.
I haven't had an opportunity to talk to anybody about Barry
nobody fucking
because
watches
nobody has
Barry.
seen
I gotta
it,
watch
right?
Yeah.
Nobody have seen. None of these guys have seen Barry. I saw it, and it's such a good show.
Yeah.
Because Bill Hader plays like a straight shooter serial killer. Like he's an expert murderer. And now he's just decided, like, I don't want to be a hitman anymore. I'm going to be an actor. But he's like so stiff. It's so weird to see him, but he's still fucking
he's
funny.
the
such
loosest,
a good-
funniest
It's
dude.
still
Yeah.
fucking funny, dude.
Yep.
Still funny.
Yep.
It's
And,
like
and
dark comedy?
the Fonz is on there. Huh?
Oh yeah.
It's like dark
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah. It's great. It was. I'm waiting
It sounds
for.
perfect for me. I've just never watched it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
It sounds like I would. I know for a fact I would like just like The Handmaid's Tale. I would fucking eat it up. I just haven't done it yet, but I
Yeah.
will.
Yeah. Have you been able to talk Joyce into watching Handmaid's Tale?
No.
I brought it up to her, and I was like,
It's like,
so
keep
the
it.
guys are saying we should watch Handmaid's Tale again.
He put it on the guys. He's like, so the guys, not me, but the guys.
I love
He's
it.
distancing himself
And
from
she
there.
was like,
done
I just couldn't get past the first 2 episodes, and I just felt like it was so demeaning.
The rule is
and
3.
It was
Yeah,
just
Johnny's-
too much. And I was like, well, I haven't seen a single episode yet. And they're really saying that the story is good. And, it's
like
more
begging.
about
He's
the
like,
female
"Jesus."
empowerment.
Yes. Power, yep.
But we ended up starting the 3rd season of Fargo. So once we get through that, I think we're going to give it a shot.
3rd season was rough on Fargo.
Yeah, so
4th
far
season
I'm
was
like,
good.
man.
4th season
Is that the Chris Rock season?
No, 4th season is Chris Rock. Yes.
The 4th season is Chris
the
Rock.
rough one is the Ewan McGregor season.
The
I
Ewan
didn't watch.
McGregor,
That's
yeah.
the only one I didn't watch. I didn't
That's
watch
the
Ewan
one
McGregor
where
season.
it's
Yeah.
okay, but it's still like the other ones. You're like, oh shit, like I'm
Right,
trying to
right.
It's a bummer because
figure
I
out.
love you.
This one is just
Yeah,
like
but
I
I
just
haven't
was
watched Fargo,
not.
so-
Nothing
And he
against
plays
you.
He
like
has
twins.
two. Yeah,
and-
he plays himself and his brother, twin brother.
Oh,
yeah.
that's always a weird thing.
Yeah.
It is.
Isn't Ruffalo doing
I think
that?
that's
Just
what's
wasn't
throwing me
HBO
off
show now?
too.
Yeah,
He was nominated for something, so that makes me want to.
Ruffalo was?
Tom
Yeah,
Hardy did
that show.
too.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
for
see, the
Legend.
reason that I'm a
Yeah,
little,
I saw that. Good.
I know Wok said that that the 4th season of Fargo was good, and you saw it. The reason that I haven't, I mean, obviously I haven't finished the 3rd either, but
going
I didn't jump over to the 4th is because Chris Rock and no one in the 4th season got nominated for anything
That sucks.
so far,
Yeah.
and none of the award shows. So it makes me like, is it that good?
It wasn't.
But I know you
mean,
said
I'm
it's
not-
good, so I'm like, maybe they just got skipped on nominations this year.
I like that episode. Definitely, I
Oscar's
like
so
that
white.
season. Definitely, better than season 3 for
Okay.
sure. Because season 3, I found it like hard to get through, but my girl was into it, so she's just like. And honestly, we would catch ourselves just like scrolling through our phones, and I'm not even.
That's the worst.
I'm not even
Yeah, right?
100. At this point, I'm not even 100% sure that we've actually gone through
Solve it.
season 3. Like we finished it, and we were just like, all right, let's jump to season 4. You know, because
Just
I
to
told
go
her
through
it's
it.
like
that
not
shit
in order.
happened to me
Retain it.
on the most recent episode that we watched. Right, we started watching it, and we're watching it, and it's like, you know, I use Apple TV, and I use the Apple TV app. Right, and it's connected to all the other apps and whatnot. So I go through my up next list, right, and it says this is the next episode that's up, right?
Yeah.
So it's only gonna pop that up if I finish the last one. So I must have watched the last one. So I'm watching it, and we're both like, "This doesn't." Did that happen already? Like, how did they? We
Right.
must have both been on our phones during the last episode, because there was definitely
I was
sections
not-
that we were like,
I was
How
not
did
giving
they
a
already
fuck
get
about
there?
season 3. I was not giving a fuck about season 3.
Yeah.
We skipped to season 4, and season 4 was good because Chris Rock, again, he didn't
Playing a straight character?
He was playing a straight character, and I don't think we've ever seen that from.
Yeah, that's
from
rare.
him.
You don't see
Other
it
than
often.
like
little
what,
flashes in movies.
New Jack City
There
when he
was
was
like
like a
the-
crackhead.
yeah,
then-
New Jack City, and then there was like the Comedians movie with Adam Sandler had cancer.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a
And
little
that was
funny,
a weird one because
but
that movie is one of the movies where it's like so funny to me. Like it has its moments where it's so
Yeah.
funny, and then it instantly goes into moments where it's so fucking dark that I don't know where to place it.
Yeah.
exactly.
I don't know where to place
Just
it.
like Click.
Yeah.
Oh man, click.
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 I would
is not
honestly
something.
put Funny People above
Oh,
Click,
you know,
for
funny
sure.
because I mean it has to deal with cancer, but like, Click
But
was
it
dark,
had
dude.
so
Click had
many
Click was dark.
moments.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
introspective.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Yeah.
and it was a mixture of like Seth Rogen and his group and
And RZA.
yeah,
RZA was in it,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, what's up, son? It's the RZA, the Jezza.
Isn't Chris Rock supposed to be in a Saw movie coming up? I feel like I saw.
Yeah,
something.
yep,
was
yep,
it,
yep.
Was it
Yep.
Chris Rock?
What was it? Didn't we talk about that last time?
I think we maybe touched on it. It sounds
but,
familiar.
I don't know. I just know they.
Yeah,
they
I think they're like
released,
rebooting Saw, right?
It's
Or is
like,
it a continuation?
It's
of
like
the
a jigsaw
Oh, no,
story. Like I don't fully
Yeah.
understand. What
I
they're
think
doing
I think
with
I was
it,
talking to Danny about that, and I thought I
Yeah.
was talking to you guys about it.
But I just saw on Reddit the other day. Like
It's
the
called
first shot
Spiral.
of him, from the movie.
Oh,
Yeah, it's called Spiral.
Spiral. I like
May
that.
21st it drops.
Yep.
And it does have to do like it says a sadistic mastermind unleashes a twisted form of justice in Spiral, the terrifying new chapter from the book of Saw.
From the
So
book,
it's
yeah.
in the Saw world,
Got it.
but it's a new.
It's like the Agents
new
of
take.
Shield of
And look-
Saw.
And
Look
the-
who's in there, my man from
Oh, from
Yeah.
from Handmaid's Tale.
yeah, exactly.
My
He's
man
in there.
Nick. Okay.
Yep,
Who is it?
from Handmaid's Tale.
No, you don't.
Handmaid's
Yeah.
If
Tale.
you've never seen
Oh.
Handmaid's Tale,
He was in the Internship. Do you remember with Owen
Oh,
Wilson?
that's
and,
right.
and Vince
Damn,
Vaughn?
dude,
He was
yeah.
like a random dude. He didn't have like a big role, but I knew he looked familiar when I saw him. In
I mean,
Handmaid's
you
Tale.
can't forget those big ass fucking eyebrows,
They're
dude.
thick as fuck, dude. He's a tall
Max
Italian.
Minghella.
What'd you say?
Yes.
His name is Max Minghella.
Max Minghella. Yes.
Is that Italian? Miguel?
I don't think he's. I looked him up. I don't think he's Italian. He's like a mixture of a lot of things, actually.
Dude was in Social Network.
And he was
I mean,
born
the
in
first
London,
thing on
England.
Oh, yeah, there's a
Google
lot. Half
is
that cast is
people
UK.
ask, what race is Max Minghella?
That's a good because I
I
found
looked it
myself
up.
thinking
I looked
that
it up.
multiple times while I've been watching the show. I was like,
I
"What is that
I
dude?"
think my girl asked me, like, we talked about it, and I forgot
He is a
what
lot of
she
things.
said, and I was like, all right, let me look this up, and it's like his dad is like Asian, Indian,
Damn.
like so many
my
things.
man got into the Wikipedia.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
He's in He's in Horns. You guys ever seen Horns? With
I've never
Daniel
seen
Radcliffe?
Horns, but I've heard it was
That's
pretty good.
It's a
never heard.
very, very good movie. Do you know the
It's
concept?
I know.
I've seen screenshots of it.
I think
yeah,
it's
he
based off
actually,
of a
like,
graphic
grows
novel.
horns.
Yeah. He it's Daniel Radcliffe, which is always interesting when he's in anything that's not Harry Potter.
Mhm.
Exactly.
But he is a great actor, which
Right.
is, I think, the most surprising part. But yeah, he like starts growing literal devil horns out of his head. No one can see them. People see them, but they don't like comprehend what they are, so they don't make a big deal about it. But they have the effect where like people tell him shit. Like people just start telling him like their greatest like sin, so to speak.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really, really cool concept. Definitely like horror-ish psychological thriller, but it's also like pretty sad too. Like it's got a pretty dark story behind everything.
I hear it's fucking great.
It's very good. I highly recommend it. I know it was on Netflix for a while. I don't know where it is right now, but definitely recommend it.
I hear it's good.
And your
It's-
boyfriend,
it's-
your
I'm
boy
sure.
from-
How
Yeah.
big of a role?
I'm
Does
sure
he
it's
have?
on-
Does he have a big part?
I think he's like I think he's Daniel Radcliffe's like best friend.
Nice.
the
You know,
name
that's a
I
big role.
remember.
Best friends
Yeah.
are
Nice.
always good, chunky roles.
Yeah.
All right, so Dave,
Mm.
you need to get on your shit and watch A Quiet Place because they've already announced that
I got to finish Handmaid's
that,
Tale this week.
it's a movie. It's a movie, so you can watch it. It's an hour and a half.
If I have,
how have
that's
you not
2
seen that?
episodes.
When
of
you
Handmaid's
watch,
anyway,
so
Tale, I
wait,
could
so when you watch
that.
a show, you can't like watch a movie in between.
mean,
like you got to
I
get through the
can.
whole show.
He
I
gets
can, but
so
it-
sucked into
it
the
has
story
to
that he
be-
needs to know what happens
when
next.
I have free time, like it gets devoted to the show. Yeah,
That's
'cause
why
otherwise
when
I
he
feel like
watches-
I'll be
I feel
thinking
you.
about it. I'll be like, "What's going on The Handmaid's Tale?" Like I'm
That's
missing
why
it.
when the fuck he watches King of Queens, like he can't do anything else.
I have to watch the whole. If
Yeah.
I see one episode, I have to go through the whole fucking series.
Please tell me
dude.
that's not true.
No, that's not true. But I would. Like, I mean, if I had the DVD
He said,
set,
but I would.
No, but I have the full DVD set of King of Queens. You would. It's on Plex, by the way. You would.
Is it really?
Yeah, you would. Like, if you started King of Queens, you really would have to watch it. Through.
No. If it's something that I've already
Okay.
watched, I can sprinkle those in when I have some time. But like if it's something new or I don't know what's coming, I need to see that
anxiety
through before
kicks
I
in?
can focus. Yes, before I can focus on anything else.
I thought I was like that, and then more recently we've started watching like a couple different shit. Like we're simultaneously going through X-Files for the first time, both of us, and Schitt's Creek, and it's just like a Schitt's Creek is like while we're eating dinner, like we'll watch an episode, maybe
Yeah,
two.
those
if
are very
we
different.
get really into it. Yeah, definitely very different shows for sure. But I've been able to separate because I totally get what you're saying with shows. Like you start something, you want to see it through, and you don't want to mix up. Like, was this going on in this? Or was this another thing? It's like that minor little plot point. I thought that happened in this show.
Yeah.
It's like,
That
no,
shit-
man, that was
No,
Yeah,
I
it's
can
funny
watch
because
multiple shit all the time.
I
do
watch.
that.
Yeah, I watch multiple shit all the time, and like right now, I think I'm watching 3 different shows that all take place in like the early 19s. Like there's like one that's like in the 1920s, another one that's like in the 1930s, and another one that's like in the 1900s or something. And they're like 2 of them are like in New York City and the other one is like in LA. So they're almost the same, and I get them confused a lot now. And I'm like, wait a minute. And it's not while I'm watching the show. While I'm watching the show, I'm like, oh, okay, I remember. But it's when I'm thinking about, like Dave is saying, like I'm thinking about, oh, what's happening in this thing. It's like I start getting my details confused. I'm like, fuck. Is that from The Alienist or is that from a Perry Mason?
Perry Mason.
Can't remember.
Yep.
Is that a good show? The new
Which-
Perry Mason one?
It was pretty good. I mean, if you know anything about Perry Mason, it was very interesting.
I
how
didn't
it,
watch
like,
the old
switched
one.
up.
Perry Mason was something like if I was at
It was like Matlock,
grandma's
dude.
house.
Yeah.
like like at some point, like you stood home from school. And for whatever reason, like
Murder,
during
She
this
Wrote.
time
That was Murder,
and
She
this
Wrote.
time it was Murder She Wrote, Perry Mason, like all of these old school. You're like, fuck, now I got to go outside.
Yo, Matlock was always crushing hot dogs outside the courtroom. That was
sure
his
was.
shit. If you ever watched Matlock,
Yo, Matlock was my
a hot
shit.
dog and I watched a fuck ton of Matlock. Dude.
Matlock.
I would not watch it. I would not watch it.
After.
Oh, I fucking love
I would
Matlock,
ER.
bro. He
Murder,
solved
She Wrote,
every
that's right.
motherfucking mystery. That shit was so great.
Oh, man.
Him and his homeboy, his
of it-
token black guy friend. That was like the detective investigator.
Oh,
Yeah.
and what was the
Yeah.
other one? In the Heat of the Night?
In the heat
Remember
of
that?
the
yeah.
night.
That was
Heat of
another
the
one.
Night.
They still play that on WGN sometimes when
I
I'm
believe
flipping
it.
through the
They
channels.
sure
dude.
do.
That's on
I
all
believe
the
it.
fucking time.
I never sat there and watched any of maybe Matlock.
In the
and,
Heat of the
Baby
Night
Mason
used to
a
get me
little
mad.
Bit, but I never
It
sat
would
there
get me
and
mad
watched the
when
show,
it was
but I
on.
know
Like
the
I
dude
never
from
watched it. Like I was like, oh fuck, it's in the Heat of the Night.
Fuck, it's in the
Carol
Heat of the
O'Connor. I want to see
it
that
was always
motherfucker.
slow and boring.
I just
as
remember
fuck.
the guy. I just remember
Yeah.
that stern ass face
Like
that he has.
Carol
like,
O'Connor, I think that was his name, right?
I don't
It's
know.
either
I don't
Carol
know.
O'Connor or Connor O'Carroll. I can never
One of
remember
those,
which
yeah.
way it goes.
But either way, you need to watch fucking Quiet Place. That's where we started
how
this
did
out.
we-
Word.
I don't even
Let's
remember.
bring it
I don't
all
know how we
back.
Quiet Place.
I don't know how we segued, but so they announced they remember they pushed back A Quiet Place like way far out. Now they gave it a new date for May 28th, 4 months earlier. And yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
It's an
Oh, yeah.
upstate New York movie. It
I like
was,
John
it was filmed in
Krasinski.
upstate. Well, the second
Oh,
one,
was it?
you have to watch it. You have to watch it.
That's what in Buffalo, right? Wasn't it the Buffalo area?
Nice.
In the Buffalo area, and I
Yeah.
think John Krasinski directed it.
He did.
Yeah, he
And
definitely
directed
did.
both. He directed
Yep.
both.
Oh, he did. Did he? I didn't know he directed the first.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
He did.
But it's such a good fucking movie, dude.
Yeah.
Such a good movie, and I guess the ASL community like really
Yeah.
like it
Oh,
was
they
a big
backed
movie
it?
for that. Yeah.
They were all about it. Okay. Usually they hate on shit. They're like, nah.
Well, no,
We're not
because
feeling
because
this.
the majority of the movie is like in silence, and they use sign language the entire time.
Why did they already know sign language?
It's not necessarily well. I think in the storyline in that one is one of their kids is
Was
deaf.
born deaf.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
that's
their-
convenient.
Their daughter
Yeah.
was born deaf, so they all know it.
Yep. So the daughter was born deaf, and it served well in this scenario
Mhm.
where there's
Clearly.
all of these monsters that are very sensitive to sound.
Yeah.
And I remember you compared it to Bird Box, but Bird Box
That's
wishes.
no, that's still what I
Yeah,
think
Bird
of.
Box.
Like,
It
I
wishes
put them in
it
the
was.
same
There's-
category in my head.
Nah, it
You
was
know,
the
Bird
opposite
Box-
for sure. Bird Box was the
Bird
reverse.
Box. Yeah, Bird Box was it was entertaining. It was like all right, like whatever. It was a whatever scenario, but the entire movie you're just thinking like, oh my god, are they trying to be
Yeah.
A Quiet Place?
Well,
Yeah.
and then there was another one on Netflix. It was a Netflix original. Kiernan
Shipka?
Shipka?
Yep.
Yeah. Was in it.
a hole in my
You got
shirt.
froth going
yeah,
down here.
all, everywhere.
Froth.
Kiernan Shipka was in it, and it was about like if you looked at whatever it was, it like made you go crazy, and like so.
Yeah.
Bird Box
Like
was all
Medusa.
about like you gotta keep your eyes or no,
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
one was.
Yeah, that's
same
what
thing.
Bird Box was.
Bird
Same-
Box
it was
was
the eye
yeah.
thing.
If you
what's
see
the one
this
with
creature, it'll
what's
make
the
you go crazy.
one with Kiernan Shipka? Now I'm wondering if it was maybe like smell or some shit like that. It was
Maybe.
like another
It was
sense
another
that you had
sense.
to like prevent
If you
yourself
feel
from going
them
through.
on you,
Yeah, if you feel them on you, homie, let me tell you,
you dead, cuh, you dead.
Yeah, that's an easy one. It's like I ain't getting nowhere near this motherfucker. They just creep up on you and be like, "Ha!
Ah, shit.
Oh,
That was
fuck.
scary, and I saw you.
No, you know what? This
Cut my arm off.
is the real. It was called it was The Silence. This is the real knockoff of Quiet Place. This is
Oh, it was just a
when
straight
the
up
world is
bootleg.
under attack.
Oh
from
yes, I did see
terrifying
that on
creatures.
Netflix, right?
Yeah,
You watched that?
Yeah.
You
No,
saw
I
it?
saw
Or
the
you
trailer
oh,
for
you
it, and
saw-
I was
okay.
like, "This shit is too much of a Quiet Place knockoff."
Yeah.
Damn.
It
Quiet
was,
Place though is fire.
The thing is, it had like such a good cat, like Stanley,
Stanley Tucci, dude?
right?
Yeah,
Kiernan
exactly.
Shipka, Miranda Otto.
I expect better from
Good,
Stanley
good,
Tucci.
good cast. It's
Tucci,
just,
really?
it's just a
do you mean,
story,
really?
you know.
What are you
No,
talking about,
no.
Stanley
I'm
Tucci?
talking about Stanley Tucci would sign up for this
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I was going to
No,
say.
I
Yeah,
think
no, I fuck
literally
with Stanley
just-
Tucci. He's the man.
I know you fuck with Stanley Tucci.
He is
That's the title
awesome.
of the episode. I know you fuck with Stanley Tucci.
You better. You better fucking fuck with Stanley
Better
Tucci.
fuck with Stanley Tucci.
I like that. It's a great episode.
He's got some show on like one of the, I forget which channel, whatever Shark Tank is on,
He's got like a cooking
where
show
he's
now,
like
doesn't
in Italy or something.
Yeah.
He's like touring
CNBC?
Italy and yeah, I think that's it.
Yep.
Yeah. I didn't watch it, but I love Stanley Tucci. I would. If
Oh,
it were
man.
on.
Yeah, Stanley
So-
Tucci is the man.
Yeah, he's dope.
You ever seen Easy A?
Yes, I watched. Actually, Ash made me watch Easy.
Dude,
I had never seen it before, and then I
we-
watched it. I was like, "Oh, this movie's dope."
We love that movie, and like that
was a good
Stanley Tucci in that movie is the father that I aspire to be
Yeah.
someday.
I always
That
pictured
much
It's been a
myself
while.
as
It was-
a Stanley
saw
Tucci
that movie.
type dad for sure.
I saw that movie like when it first came out, so I have to watch it again in
It's
order
such
to
a
understand
it's a
the reference.
solid, solid
good
like
early
high
Emma
school.
Stone.
Yeah, it's a high
Yeah.
school
Tim Meadows
drama.
It's
right?
based on
Tim Meadows.
it's based on
You're
a
thinking Mean
I'm
Girls.
thinking Mean Girls. Yeah.
it's
Mean
based
Girls
on
is dope,
on a Shakespeare novel, isn't it?
It's no,
It's like a
not
parable?
Shakespeare. The Scarlet Letter. Whoever wrote that, and we all had to friggin' read
Oh,
that in
yeah.
high school, probably.
Yeah, I
But
never.
it's basically like
I didn't graduate high school,
it's
so
a
I didn't
modern-
have to read shit.
it's a modern day
Nathaniel Hawthorne.
retelling of
Nathaniel
Nathaniel Hawthorne of the Scarlet Letter,
Mm.
in like a, of course, Southern California high school.
Of course, of course.
'Cause there are no other high schools in Hollywood, by the
Lisa
way. Like,
Kudrow.
Lisa Kudrow.
Lisa
She is in it.
Kudrow.
Yep. Lisa
Lisa
Kudrow's in it.
Kudrow.
She's in there?
Tucci.
Yeah.
Yep.
She like the principal or something?
She's
Isn't she?
the
A
guidance
guidance
counselor.
counselor.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, and Johnny, that movie's got a good little like Christian side plot going on too. You know,
Nice.
to
Christian
to
side
make-
hug.
to make you Christian side. hug.
He's got a nice
That's
Christian
that's
side
a real thing too.
I know.
Um,
how I hug
I
walk.
just
Always-
imagine that.
always nice to have that side plot though to
Yeah.
remind you of the upbringing.
Dude, how
Speaking of which,
is that Delta 8 hitting you at all?
I'm not
Steve, have we spoken about Crashing?
About
I feel like it
crashing?
has
Yeah.
like
No,
What's
Did
that?
you see?
Wait.
Did you see Crashing?
no. What is that? Crashing? I saw.
Have any of y'all seen Crashing
what is that?
I
No.
saw
It's a
Crash
HBO
with Matt
comedy?
Dillon.
with Pete
No.
Holmes?
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh my God, it's so
I
fucking
remember it.
hilarious.
I remember like bits and pieces of it, like
Oh, it's so
commercials and shit I
great.
saw for it.
Pete Holmes, Pete Holmes is
Like
such
a
a like
struggling
a
stand-up comedian. Or
yeah.
something?
Well, yeah,
What's
that's
the-
he plays a struggling stand-up, but he comes from a like super Christian
Oh,
like background where like he was
looks
like
like
a
he's
super
perfect. Yeah, he's perfect for that shit.
yeah, he's perfect for that, and he's like
Yeah.
this wholesome guy who knows no wrong. And he like on the first episode, he like walks in like in the first 5 minutes, so it's no spoiler here. He like walks in on his wife cheating on him with his like kids. I think it's his kids, or maybe she's a teacher and he's another teacher. Basically, it's like the art teacher is fucking
so
his
he
wife.
He knows the teacher.
He totally
He's
knows who
his
the
wife.
guy is. And
damn it, Bill.
it's George Basil, I think it is. He plays Leaf is his character on Crashing, and he's like the total like hippie like art teacher. He's like,
Damn,
nah,
shit got
dude,
3
like
seasons.
we're totally in love. Fucking Crashing is hilarious, dude.
Wow.
Like, first
That's
off,
3
mad
seasons.
like stand-up comedians make cameos, and it's mostly about like the struggle of being a stand-up comedian, and like dude is like super broke. So basically, after like he runs into this situation, like he's always trying to do like stand-up, but he's obviously not making any money. He does like open mic night shit. And then like he leaves the situation because he found his girl like cheating on him. And so he fucking takes off and just goes and does stand up or whatnot. And ends up like, it's called Crashing because he's always crashing on people's couches.
Right.
He has no place to stay. And so, it's all about like his struggle as a fucking stand-up comedian and like, learning
like those
about
type of
the
shows.
whole and
Learning about
it's,
real world after being raised, like
Yep.
Yeah.
And so like
gotta be
part
some
of it is like super hilarious on just his awkwardness. A bunch of it is actual stand-up sessions, quote unquote. So you get like a bunch of jokes through just like watching stand-up comedy. So you gotta look stand-up comedy to watch it. Artie Lang is like one of his best friends in the show. So
Artie Lang.
Artie
Lang is great, right? And
Dirty work,
and then
dirty
like
work,
the
Beer league.
beer league. That's so good.
We can go off on a tangent on Artie Lang.
But the Christian aspect of it is like so on point.
Yeah.
Like if
Okay.
you
And
grew
you know.
up in any type of church situation,
Yep.
everything in the show that he does that has to do with church and growing up Christian and wholesome and all that, oh my God, they nail to the perfect T. And it's so fucking hilarious. He even ends up doing like church comedy tour for a little bit. So he's doing like church Christian Jesus jokes. And they're like,
Oh, man.
it's
be
a good
rough.
fucking show.
That's
I
a
like
rough
it.
crowd.
Yeah, I got to check that out. I also suggest
I'm down to watch that.
I suggest faith-based. It's actually a film, but if you've never heard of it, it's actually like an independent film. But a couple dudes realize that like faith-based movies make like boatloads of cash, and like they oh my God, it's hilarious. David Koshner's in it.
I don't know who that is, but it sounds
he's
funny.
the-
The premise, dude.
oh my
is
God.
funny.
Everyone knows David Koshner once they see him, and they just don't actually
Yeah,
know his
don't know
fucking name.
that. Yeah.
But the whole movie is just them like screwing with the
David
industry of
Koshner. He's
faith-based
fucking
films.
Packer.
Yeah, it's Packer.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
Kochner.
Look-
I always
look
said
at-
Kochner for
Look
his
at
last
the
name.
other people in this. You got
Yeah,
freaking these two are the
Lance
guys that made
Reddick,
it.
Jason
Lance Reddick,
Alexander,
Jason
Margaret
Alexander.
Cho.
Yup. It's got a great cast.
Yeah.
All these like the fucking Richard Reel, who again, another one of those dudes that you just recognize.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
I love that dude.
Richard
I can
Reel.
hear his voice
gotta watch
as you're saying.
Wasn't he the
Yeah, Johnny, you'll like it especially.
He was like the grandpa in
Oh, it's on
Grounded
Prime.
for Life, wasn't he? Did you watch Grounded for Life?
Grounded.
I did watch
I
Grounded
did.
for Life.
I
yeah.
loved Grounded.
Wow,
for
that was a
Life.
good show.
That was a really good show.
Yeah.
That was. They did flashbacks
who
in
was
one
on
of my
that.
favorite ways I've ever seen in any TV or film. Because they did the flashbacks with the actual actors, the mom and dad,
Yeah.
as themselves.
Just
It was
younger.
those actors in like the clothes they would have worn
Yeah.
during the time of the flashback.
Yeah.
So it was like them acting like teenagers, but it's very clearly the
And Donald Logue, he was
Oh,
the
gosh.
star. He's so fucking great.
I love.
So
Donald.
I want to ask this question. I've been trying to look it up because you mentioned Artie Lang earlier. Did he get his nose fixed?
Nah, he had his nose fucked up from all the coke.
No, I know. He was doing well, it was
It was
like
just
it was
smashed in, right?
Well, no, yeah, he did a shit ton of coke and that fucked his nose up and I think he got punched in the face and that like smashed his
oh,
in.
really? I always
think
thought his
that was-
nose just collapsed on him.
disintegrated.
No, it like he got punched in the face and obviously like that.
I hope he got it fixed.
Fucked it
Yeah,
up.
was bad, dude. It was not.
Well, you said
pleasant
he
to
was
look at.
Artie Lang was in this show, right? It seems like it's recent.
Yeah.
Within
it's
2019,
within the
right?
last 2-3 years. Yeah.
Does he still have like a fucked up nose? Because that would be distracting.
Yeah, I mean,
think
you
so.
feel you would remember that.
I'm not gonna-
Yeah.
dude, because it looked bad.
It does look
Oh,
bad. I'm
shit,
looking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking up his photos right now. Like his shit is all fucked up.
Yeah. I see how it was.
He's
No,
like,
it was definitely
I
not
feel like
like
you
that
would
in the
remember
show.
that, Johnny.
No, it was
yeah,
definitely not
like
in
you
the
would
show like
remember.
that.
Like holy shit,
It's like a cauliflower nose.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
no, definitely.
that's worse
not.
than a cauliflower.
I love how,
nose.
like-
it's the opposite.
Yeah, but like if you search Artie Lang now, like those are the pictures you see. You don't
Oh, yeah.
see, you
That's
don't
why I was
see
asking.
anything else.
How much coke do you have to do? That's
Well,
my
no, it was
question.
like it
All
it
of the
all
fucked
of
up
the
his
coke.
yeah. Like he was doing so much coke, and then you get punched in the face, and that now your shit is just
smushes.
yeah, it just smushes in.
Oh my
Is
god!
the
And he
punch in
had
the
no
face
money
thing
because
real?
he was definitely like really
You
down and
gotta,
out.
you guys
I
gotta
don't
watch
remember
the
the punch in
YouTube
the face
'cause
thing.
fuck.
The YouTube.
Bad.
What?
Watch it on the YouTubes.
The use tubes.
Use the tubesies.
Use tubes.
No, definitely that shit happened after he got off the show. After he was on the show. Oh wow, he looks thin. He got out of rehab. What is this photo from? 2019. Wow, he lost a ton of weight. He had a rehab. He was sober. He's probably not anymore, but
well, he was on that Crashing show.
He was doing good.
Crashing was
that Crashing show has not gone on
latest
past season 3.
Was on 2019, so it was all.
So they filmed in 2018, bro.
I don't know that he was in the last season. I feel like.
But if you didn't remember the nose thing, when the fuck did that happen? When he was still kind of fat.
You just sold this show on Artie Lang, and now you're not sure if he's in the second season, Johnny. Come on.
No, the third season.
Oh, okay.
Or yeah, the very last season. I'm not 100% sure if he was in it, but no, he got 2019 is when he got his nose punched.
That was 20. That was that recent.
Who punched his nose? Oh, dick.
Interesting.
It's already fucked.
Probably
this dude's nose.
No.
Dude he was
I mean,
asking for coke for.
He looked regular.
Coke.
He looked regular, but his nose
It
like
was just soft, and you could.
it was soft because of
it's
all the
gross,
coke.
dude. It's
He
gross.
got
Big old
punched in the
grandpa
face,
nose.
which is what caused for his weird look now.
Oh, alcoholic grandpa nose with the red fucking. Oh, whatever.
If you're
I don't know what that is. But you ever watch Dr. Pimple Popper? She
Oh my
gets some
god.
of those dudes that come in there.
Nope. No.
They chop them up gnarly, dude.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with that, Johnny?
Dr.
Okay,
Pimple
with Dr.
Popper?
Pimple
Fuck
Popper?
no. I do not want to see that shit.
Oh, I watch it all the time.
I'm
and
not gonna
Ash is
lie.
like-
Blackheads.
Ash is like, nah,
Yeah.
I can't do this.
I'm only
Nah.
the blackheads. I can't do like the mega
the
gross
cyst,
things,
dude, where
but,
it's like cottage
yeah,
cheese.
those are a bit much. Those are a bit much.
Bruh.
If you give me that close up of
That's
like,
like
yo,
Two
let me
Girls,
just
One
like
Cup.
pull all the filaments out of like your nose,
See,
like
this
I
is
like that.
popping.
That's relaxing.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like I would not like see Dr. What is it?
Dr.
Pimple
Pimple
Popper.
Popper.
Dr. Pimple Popper.
Which
I
is
would
a
not
Seinfeld
see
joke,
that
by
and
the
go,
way.
I'm going to
Pimple
watch
Popper
that.
MD.
I would not. However, when those videos do come up on Facebook to a certain extent, like it starts off and I'm just like so interested.
Yeah.
by
No.
It's
Those
fascinating.
black cats.
Yeah.
If they get those black
Yeah,
cats,
it's gross.
just-
Yeah.
It's so gross.
Yep.
But for some reason, it's like a train wreck where I can't
Yep.
look away. Even like the cyst one, like I've seen a couple of those. Yeah, it's gross. It's completely gross.
I force Ash to watch it.
Yeah,
and
but
they'll pull something out of someone's back. I'm like, oh, it looks like a chicken breast, baby. And she's like,
Oh my god.
Because this shit
Oh
is
my
like
god.
when they do the blackheads too, that shit looks like fucking crystals and just like
It's
rocks.
fascinating.
In this,
It is.
in this
It really
person.
is.
Like
That's
first of all,
not
like you have to be homeless to get to that fucking point.
Yeah.
Like what do you?
That's the thing that Jackie and I always ask is like, how are people letting these things get to this point? Like,
Yeah.
how is that guy walking around with a freaking baseball on his neck?
on his shoulders,
And he's just like, finally, I'm gonna go see Dr.
Yeah,
Pimple.
they wait a long time.
They
Some of those
do.
people, yeah.
My God.
I would see something pop up, and I'm like a hypochondriac, so I would run to the doctor and be like, "Doc,
Yeah,
what is this?
exactly.
What is this
Yeah.
thing?" Like,
Yeah.
10 years, fucking lump on my neck. I'm like, just
It's like,
slit it open and
yeah,
pop those mashed potatoes out.
yeah, like Dave.
Fucking gross. Oh my god.
You see what I'm saying? No, thank you.
No, thank you. No fucking thanks, man. Gross. Ugh. You know what? We're gonna change the subject from.
It's the food. It's the food comparisons that
Yeah,
always
it's the food
fuck you up.
comparison. The next time, hopefully this is not true, but the next time, like I may go to eat mashed potatoes and be like,
I think
"Fuck you, Dave.
Yep.
Fuck."
Nothing ruins
That will
mashed potatoes
definitely
for me.
happen.
No.
Yeah, we all found that
impossible.
out that
It's
night that you
impossible.
were fucking making mashed
I
potatoes.
mean, it
Is that
was
what you were
it
making?
was
Were you
grilled
cutting
sweet potatoes, guys.
oh,
Come on.
sweet potatoes.
I'm just fucking with you. It wasn't that
Chopping
bad.
But
potatoes.
still,
All right, so
Chopping broccoli.
before we get into the finale, before we get into the finale of WandaVision, because that part is coming up. Oh man, my guy, man, Tom Holland, bro. I was just watching, or I saw the Rotten Tomatoes score for his Chaos Walking that's coming out soon. 25%.
We
Yeah,
called
I had a
that.
feeling.
We called that.
I had a feeling.
That looked like some Cloud
25%.
Atlas shit.
It does.
Don't fuck with Cloud Atlas, man. I love that movie.
Did you?
Yeah, I do.
I've never made it all the way through.
No.
Oh, what does that mean? I didn't make it all the way through.
You don't? Oh, really?
Is that a?
That's the. That's
I never
the
actually
birthmark.
watched it. I always
my
just
God,
made
really?
fun of it because it looked terrible.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
I
no.
No, I tried. I
I
started.
like the book, so I appreciated the movie. But the book is a very good story.
That
Actually,
makes sense.
that author
That
is
happens a lot.
an amazing author,
Movies get fucked up all the
David
time.
Mitchell. He actually
Not that they fucked it up. I'm not saying I don't want
So-
to.
What else has
So,
he?
yeah.
Has any of his other books been made into movies or?
not yet. There's one
Okay.
that I think has a lot of potential too. It's called the Bone Clocks. It's
Okay.
kind of a similar idea, but it's a
Bone
bit
Clocks?
more the Bone Clocks. Yeah, there's a science fiction aspect to it, but it's basically following this one character throughout her entire life, and she gets intertwined between these two groups of immortals, orologists, and I'm not going to remember the name of the other group, but basically one group is like, the way we achieve immortality is we transfer our essences into a dying person because they're going to die anyway. So we just take their body over. And then the other group is like, we fucking kill kids and we absorb their life. So
Okay.
there's like one orologist in particular that's like, the main like founder of the sect, if you want to call it or whatever. But very, very good story. And that's why I liked Cloud Atlas too, is because there was a good science fiction aspect to it. But
I wouldn't know.
the
I didn't partake.
it's definitely weird.
Sounds cool. Maybe I'll try to make it through.
I do
what you
suggest
said
it.
sounds cool.
So I do suggest it though, because if you
But
don't
like,
but will I watch it?
if you don't know what the plot of Cloud Atlas is, it's
Right.
basically the same. The idea is that souls cross over time through different bodies, obviously, which is, in my mind, a really interesting concept, and I hope is true. But it's 6 different stories happening in different time periods. So there's one that's like late 1800s, like slave trade going on, and like it's a story of this guy traveling across the ocean, like from like Africa to the actual United States and the colonies. And then there's one that's like in like the 70s, there's one that's like the 20s, and it's all these different plots, and everybody in those stories is somebody from a previous story, or it's their soul crossing over into everything. And the way the book is written, it's the first half of 5 of the stories going in chronological order, and then the penultimate story is the middle of the book, and then the second half of the book is the second half of the first 5 stories going in the opposite direction. In the movie, they didn't do it that way. They did it like just different parts of the 6 stories happening, and you get like little pieces here and there of all of them. But I do actually think the movie was really, really good. It's definitely, you got to be in a right. You got to be in a right place for it, though. Like I've tried to suggest it to people, and they're like, but it hits home for me.
I started watching it because it was Tom Hanks. And
I was
like,
thinking
some
of
good
Jupiter
actors.
Ascending.
Oh yeah,
not
no.
Cloud Atlas.
You
I don't
know
think
what?
I understand. But what you
I think you
said
did that
sounds
the
dope,
last time,
Steve.
too.
I would fuck with that. Yes, no,
Yes,
that's a very
yes.
common.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
that
That
a
is
lot.
that is a definite.
And you know
fuck
what's
Jupiter
funny?
Ascending.
You know what's
I
funny?
don't want to watch Jupiter Ascending.
You know what's
so
funny
between all
is
of
I
us.
did see Jupiter
Channing
Ascending.
Tatum. Channing
Me
Tatum.
too.
You guys watch Jupiter Ascending?
Yeah,
Why?
because it's Mila Kunis.
I mean, I can
Probably.
Oh, okay.
I can respect that. Is it
I
like
saw it
literally the
'cause-
only reason though?
I have no
It was
idea
something to
why I
watch.
chose to watch that. I think it was just like
Channing
a
Tatum.
bored. I was bored. There was nothing else to watch. It was just like, all right. I mean, and then probably it went to that thought like Channing Tatum, Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis. Okay.
Okay.
I also bet
I-
if you watch one of those movies on
Pretty sure it was
Netflix,
a
the
drinking
other
game.
one's going to be recommended.
He said for sure it was a drinking game.
All your movies are drinking games. I feel like
Well,
you don't even
what
watch
was it again?
movies.
We promote these people. They need to pay us.
Drinkwhen.ca.
Yeah.
Drinkwhen.ca.
I wonder if they've got a Cloud Atlas one now that I'm thinking.
They have to, or nobody would watch it.
It's a 3+ hour movie.
That's
So
fucked up.
or they have to, or no one would watch it. Oh,
yo,
man.
you can shit on my movies all you want. I don't.
They do have
No,
a Cloud
I
Atlas
can't
drinking
shit on it.
game.
I've never seen it.
I
Like
mean,
I said,
Dave likes it, so
the Cloud Atlas drinking game.
Fuck it.
You've seen it and you know the story, Steve. So tell me how
Okay.
wasted you're gonna get. There's a lot of rules here, so I'm gonna guess
Yeah.
you're gonna get really wasted. But you've probably seen the movie multiple times. The first 4 rules might be enough. Anytime anyone says Sixsmith, Cavendish, Frobisher, or True.
Yeah,
You're
you're
hammered
gonna
right there.
you're gonna be okay with just those ones. I just pulled it up too, so I see there's narration. That's definitely. I think that alone could actually get you where you want to be.
If I recall the way I recall it, yeah, there was a lot
You see
of exposition.
You see
and
the
narration.
comet birthmark. Go ahead and drink, you
Oh,
motherfuckers.
There you
that's
go.
the comet
That's the comet
birthmark. I
birthmark,
get the
yep.
reference now.
That's what tells you like the main soul like always has that birthmark. That's like the whole overarching story is when they show you who's got the birthmark. That's the same soul crossing through all the stories. You see a ship, space, or boat. Yep, definitely. Someone dies. Okay. Yep.
Lots of death.
You're
fucking
you're
gone.
not okay after this movie.
You're
You
not-
are
you're
your soul is going to be
obliterated.
departing your body and going into the next one
That's
at
not
the end
good.
of that.
That's
So
not good.
but I would do it.
There you go.
We all need to schedule a day and do that.
We
As
should.
a matter of fact, we need to make it again. Every year, at
At
least
the lake.
once, go to the lake and do some
Have a
drink
drinking
when,
game.
do some drink when, and then record our show.
Okay.
No.
Love it.
But he's like, I fucking love it. But no, Power Hour would definitely be good every year.
Drink.
Yeah, drink.
That's also great.
We only did 2. We need a part 3.
We haven't
It's
seen
been a
that in a
while.
while.
It's
It
been a
has.
while. So, yeah. Esteban, next time we go, we'll let you know. and then
Yo.
you can
Or I'll go to Johnny's.
Come, yes.
Yo,
dope.
if I'm invited to the lake house, come on. I'm all about it.
Your family. You are family. All right, guys. So now we're going to go into WandaVision. So we're going to be talking about the finale of WandaVision
Finally,
now. So if you
finale.
are not caught up, spoiler alerts like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
So at this point, you would want to turn away. Thank you so much for even sticking with us this entire time. If you made it to this
Listening
point,
to
we
all the
love you
boobs.
for sure. But we'll catch you next week. Remember to rate, review, subscribe.
Subscribe.
And I was gonna say that before we get into the WandaVision talk. I was gonna say that, like, yo, Johnny has, Johnny Quest. He's always been called that. Dave has Blazer Ramon. Everybody, like, my friends who don't actually know him,
Call him Blazer?
just listen.
Blazer
yeah, they call
Ramon.
it. They're like, oh, Blazer. Yeah, Blazer Ramon.
That's dope.
So they call him Blazer. So, and I'm just
You're just walk.
which is
What's up,
which
Walk?
everybody's probably yeah. What's up, Walk?
Technically, that's it though. Technically, you're Supwalk.
Yeah.
Subwalk.
Yo, Creeper is probably like, why the fuck did I do that for those guys? Because he has to hear it all the time.
All the time.
100%.
He wakes up, it's in his face all day. What's up, Walk? That's good timing.
Nice.
So what?
Oh shit. All right. So
Wanda Vision.
let's get into WandaVision, the series finale. I always want to say season, but this is going to be the
Series.
only
Dunzo.
season for it's done after this. All right. So guys, have you
Can I say
what are
that
your
I've-
thoughts
I've
since
had
the
some
reaction?
time. I've had some time to marinate,
Okay.
You still feel like
and
you're
I'm
gonna get
still fucking pissed off. It's not going anywhere, dude. The more I read about how they fucked us with Pietro, and I think that's what I care about the most. I feel like that's what hurt me the most is the whole Pietro storyline. It became a throwaway. It's like, ha,
See, I
we
still
gotcha.
don't. I still don't believe that's going to be the case because I feel like that's
I will.
I don't.
Steve Still, it's Mephisto.
yeah.
Exactly.
Mephisto, guys. It's Mephisto.
The director of the series telling you that it meant
It's
nothing
the long con.
is
It's
not
the long
enough.
con. It's the long
Like,
con.
they
John.
haven't done that
I'm not
before?
gonna lie. I'm not gonna
Fucking-
lie.
The Russos fucking said no. The movie's not called Endgame, and then it came out as like it's called Endgame. Like, Come on.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm with
This
you
is
on that,
Marvel.
though, Steve.
Okay.
I think that's gonna be revisited
I
down
do
the
too.
road, especially the
I mean, they
way
can
that he did
retcon
it.
it, right? Yeah.
They can, and the way that he did it, like the way he responded to that, it was just like
I had
Richard Boner.
Yeah.
He was just like Boner. Like, you know what I mean? It was just
It
like
became a dick joke. What all the Marvel fans were waiting for became a dick joke in that season.
Yeah.
that was infuriating.
It leaves a taste in my mouth that I don't like.
Like a dick.
Right.
Like after you throw up and you can still taste it a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I've had in my mouth since I
Or
watched
like
that fucking
if you've
finale.
ever had a dick in your mouth. I'm pretty sure. Look, that's
Is that
what
true, Steve?
There you go.
I didn't know what to do. I turned to Steve.
I do like that you looked at me like so sincerely, though. Like that was.
Like
That's
before
the-
I comment,
that's the
I gotta check
beauty.
with
That was-
Steve because
That's the beauty
He's
of,
like, no.
of Blazer Ramon. He
There you
just
go.
naturally looks over at Steve and goes, "Is that true, Steve?"
I was shook. I didn't know what to do. I panicked. I was like, "Oh, he's got me in a dick joke. Look at Steve. Put the dick joke on Steve. It's my dick joke, guys. I take it. Okay.
But we actually know you don't take dicks, Steve.
I mean,
It's questionable. Nah, I'm just joking. That's the
he
vibe.
would have got this pipe by now if that were the case.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you.
You're
All
welcome.
right.
buddy.
There you go.
That's for all the love you showed
That's
me
actually
earlier.
All
nice.
right.
Yeah.
For sure.
I
Back
still
to
love
WandaVision.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
let's
cannot stay on
please.
topic, can we?
All right, so
I mean,
that's why it's tough, dude. It's tough.
You know, I feel like if they were going to do anything with him, they could always write it back and bring it back, right, and make him part of it later.
They can make
right?
him anything.
But it was. If you think about the fact that WandaVision was always supposed to come out now, and there was 3 movies that were supposed to come out before, like thinking that throwing him in here was like some kind of kickoff to either Fox or Mutants, I think was just asking too much. I think it's just a circumstance of time that it ended up the way that it did.
Yeah.
And it got
we've
us
had-
super excited.
Yeah.
I'm willing to accept the L on that. Like, y'all want to give it to the dude for fucking getting you hyped. And, you know, they might have already introduced mutants in fucking Black Widow or in Eternals. All movies that were supposed to come out before WandaVision.
There's not going to be a single mutant in any of those.
No.
They fucked us so hard.
Probably
Don't
not.
you try and spin this.
But so my thought is if they do want to throw it away, like, yeah, they could totally throw it away. But if they don't want to and they don't intend to, like, again, we still know
now
we're
they
getting,
have no choice. They
we're
can't
sti-
throw it
we
away.
still know we're getting a multiverse. Like, no
Yeah.
matter
Oh,
how
yeah,
we want
for
to
sure.
cut it.
We
So
know
they
it's
could
coming.
they could still very much bring Evan Peters Quicksilver in
Yep.
and have it be like you're Ralph Boner, and then he's like, wait, are you possessed by Agatha?
That's not my thing, though.
I
I know
don't
they
think
could
so.
easily write it in. They could do something online, but for what we had, what we got, I feel like we were fucked. They could easily spin it. We know comic writers and movie. They can do whatever the fuck they want. There's so many storylines. I know they could do it. But
In
for
that
what they
particular
gave
one,
us,
I'm with Dave.
for what they gave us, dude, they tease something and then they just put the tip in and they're like, no, you're not getting the whole thing.
They literally put that's why I was upset by that too, because they literally added him in there for the, oh my God. And then it's not even the fact that they did that, right? If they did that in a tasteful way, then I would say, okay, like
Yeah.
whatever, like, fuck, we were, like we were tricked.
Leave it open.
But to do that, and then he's still like moving fast on the last episode, and he's doing all this shit, and then she fucking just like, wait,
Yeah, I don't get that
tackles
part.
him. He no longer has the power, and it's just like, oh, your name is Ralph Boner, and he's just like, Boner.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like what? Like literally, like there was no. Like that whole shit was literally
Yeah.
for nothing. Like if it would have capped off on like something else, anything else, like a little, like polish that bitch, like polish it up,
Polish that
just
bitch.
a little bit, just a little bit. Like
they're gonna keep it a
they
turd
just-
and polish
no,
that turd though.
yeah, they got to a point and then they were just like, yo, okay, like, so what are we gonna do with this? Fuck it. It's literally like what I felt like when they came to that. So on that, I agree. Like as far as like the episode goes and like all of the other shit, I can get past that. Evan Peters was the only one that I'm just like, that was such a fucking waste of having Evan Peters in it, and at least not polishing up that, like, the ending.
And I didn't think it was going to turn. I didn't think this was going to turn into like an X-Men show or anything like that.
No,
I just wanted something, dude. Give me fucking something. Give all the fans something.
And I think I can definitely, like, if they do decide that this is just like, this is our throwaway, like, haha, we pulled a fast one on you.
Yeah, that's cool.
The way I look at it is you know, we have to have our Thor Dark Worlds to have our end game. Like, there's gonna be something that we don't like about the overarching story.
And this isn't necessarily
and
the
it does
Thor
suck,
Dark
though.
World.
No, but it does suck. Like, and I can appreciate. I'm holding out hope that maybe they didn't completely throw away Evan Peters' Quicksilver, because I maintain that he was like saving grace of the Fox.
Now that
movies.
I think about it, now that I like I've seen it again, the way, like, his response was very like, like, is that what they told you? Like, is that what, you know?
I had
like,
fun
it was
with
like,
those guys. It was
whatever.
cool to see them.
Yeah,
whatever. However, like,
but the way
definitely
he
didn't show
started
his
it was
power
like
or
when he
anything
was
like
like, when he said, so I hear you guys got questions, and I do too, but I had a good job. I had a good time, you know, hanging out with those guys, and I've always loved the Marvel universe, right? And so, like, I don't know if he's just teasing and like fucking with us, or he's genuinely like, listen, I'm just an actor.
Like,
I
that
got
was the
given
cut?
a role.
Like,
this is what I got given, you know?
He's making his money, paying his
I was
bills.
just excited to be working at Disney and playing the same character. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, but that's what I got, and that's what I
don't
played.
put any of this on Evan Peters for sure.
No, definitely.
I wouldn't think that. I wouldn't.
But I don't know if he knows something that we don't know, or if he's just as in the dark as we are, which is kind of where I think
we got the big reveal that, like, Wanda is this Scarlet Witch. She's the you know, she's top dog in that, you know, the witches and the magic of this world that they're building. So, you know, we also saw that Wanda pulled all of the different episodes out of things that she had witnessed over her entire life. So, I mean, is there a possibility that they can reveal that she's peered into the multiverse? She is the Scarlet Witch, so she's got some sort of ability to, like, travel not only the multiverse, but time overall. Yeah. So she could have, before the events of WandaVision, actually been the one to somehow pull him in. And remembers that, like, this is the guy that I saw in this parallel universe or something. I don't know. They could do any number of things. They could also, like we all said, do nothing and beat the crap out of us in an airport after getting back from Bora Bora.
You guys think that she is? Because I've been saying it, but I think I was kind of wrong about
shit
it.
ever, man.
What are we talking about?
when he compared it to having
a Bora Bora vacation.
Oh, that was the best part. Yeah,
and then getting the shit beat out of you when you get off the plane.
Yeah, no, and that was very accurate.
It was
a fun ride. It was a great trip, dude. Like, I enjoyed every fucking second of it, dude. I promise. Like I said, I was looking forward to everything. It made my week, dude. Like, that's how I got through my weeks.
Yeah,
and then to be disrespected like that. That's the only way I could put it. I was just disrespected like that. And
so
and all Marvel fans, dude, we were all disrespected.
What were you
Do we
ask?
feel like do we feel that she is because I've been saying it for a while now that she's gonna be the villain in
Doctor Strange,
Multiverse of Madness. I think she's gonna be like one of, and maybe not for the whole thing. Now that I've seen this,
It's gonna be her and Mephisto.
Hey man, we still don't know who the fucking rabbit was. Okay, we didn't get that.
Exactly.
Hey, that's something that I've been thinking about.
Agatha is definitely coming back at some point.
So
has to.
So my hope, because I'm going to stop making guesses by this point. None of us believe anything. My hope is that maybe they go some route of like, we obviously see Wanda in that post-credit scene, using some of the magic that she's now able to tap into, astral project, read the Darkhold, hears, and it's very clear that she's hearing her child cry out from wherever. So my guess is that the events leading up to Doctor Strange are going to be Wanda has been opening portals into the multiverse. And maybe because of trying to find her kids, and because of her powers, and Agatha said multiple times to Wanda, you don't know what you unleashed. Like she made reference that like Wanda was doing something by becoming the Scarlet Witch. She was doing something that was going to have a massive effect on the world. So what my hope would be is that, she's not the villain, but she's the cause of the reason that Doctor Strange, and I think it's going to be more of like her and Doctor Strange need to team up. Doctor Strange is going to take her under his wing, and that's going to be like part of the overarching story.
Because at this point, they're and I can't 100%, like, I don't know which one is more powerful. They always said like Wanda, obviously she's extremely powerful. Doctor Strange is extremely powerful too. However, everyone always reference, like in the movie setting, they always reference Endgame because she beat Thanos' ass by himself, and then he threw in that fucking, the missiles. But we don't know how Doctor Strange would have, took that fight because he was stuck there doing the
he was blocking
taming
the
water.
Yeah,
stuff, exactly. Yeah. So he was just stuck in that same spot.
But he fought Thanos. He fought Thanos in Infinity War.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
I would argue that he was one of the more helpful.
Honestly, though,
he did get his ass whooped too.
Well, he is, and he was honestly in his right frame of mind. We know how he does shit. He does things very methodical, whereas Wanda was.
I mean, he should have just put one of those fucking
purely angry. She is trying to kill him
around fucking Thanos and taking him somewhere else. Like that would have been the easiest win.
Good call. Good call.
The other thing though is like let's not forget that you're talking about a 4 stone strong Thanos fighting that group on Titan, and in Endgame we have no stone Thanos, and that's just his like sheer just will to get the stones, but he does not have that power. He doesn't have the Soul Stone, which is what revealed who the real Strange was when he was multiplying himself and trying to throw Thanos off and everything. So there's definitely a lot of debate that could be done there, but I do think we know that the stones so far have been the most powerful thing in the MCU. Wanda is now, I think, that most powerful thing.
That's true.
But I think
I can't wait to see what comes from this.
Yeah, and I think what it probably will come down to is again, if Wanda is indeed stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange is going to look at that as okay, so he's taking the role of the Ancient One there. He's going to train and guide his predecessor to, or his successor, to someday be able to be as good as him.
Yeah. So we kind of tackled one of the questions within that, but this is one of the questions I feel like we do have to talk about because I have I thought the same thing, Johnny. He put a bunch of questions in here. So is Agnes she trapped Agnes in Westview and then began to tear Westview down.
Right.
So she tore her Westview down. So what they showed us is that she yes, turned Agatha back into Agnes, and then crushed the whole of Westview down. She said she was trapping her there. So is that maybe there's literally just Agatha is Agnes now?
I felt like maybe
in
her
the
house or
existing,
some shit.
or
just
her
like,
house, and she's just confined there.
Yeah.
That's how it
but
felt.
That is a good
But
question.
it's weird because, like, you know, like, she had already shut everything down at that point. She switches her out of Agatha back into Agnes. Agnes goes into not 90s Agnes, not 80s Agnes, all the way back to like 50s, 60s Agnes. And she's like, okie dokie, neighborhoony, and all this shit, right? And like, okay. Like, so my questions are like, okay, if she's trapped there, like, is she always acting like this 50s neighbor that everybody else is normal around? Everybody else is unlocked, right? And they're like, who the fuck is this Agnes bitch that keeps acting like she living in the 1950s, right?
I think it's just her. I think it would be just her.
I was gonna say I didn't necessarily pick up that it was like 50s Agnes. Like her outfit wasn't.
It was just conservative.
I think
it
she was
wasn't
in like jeans.
It was just the way she was talking. It was just like very old school.
But even in the like modern family or whatever the Halloween episode was, whatever genre that was supposed to be, Malcolm in the Middle, she was acting that goofy with Vision at the end. So like that was the act that she was putting on, as we now know. But I would say that the Agnes character maintained the same persona throughout most of it until even in the,
you're right.
Yeah, even in the Modern Family type episode when, you know, it's like, I once did bite a kid. Like, you know, she's talking to the kids about, you know, maybe you can look at this mole on my back. Like, she's just a goofball.
Yeah.
So I think that's what Wanda turned her back into. She's just a goofy
actress.
ass.
Actress of
Because Wanda definitely did said, I know where to find you.
Exactly. And that's, I think, the biggest takeaway is that Wanda is purposefully saving her for a later time. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see in Doctor Strange, you know, throughout whatever Wanda's been doing, that she regularly visits Agatha.
That would be true to the story.
Breaks her out of it. Yeah, breaks her out of it. Like, I've got my question, like, all right, bye, and like that's
saps her on her shit and she's back in it again.
Yeah. So maybe,
and that's exactly what I'm thinking is like the next time we see Agatha will be I'm willing to bet that it's Multiverse of Madness, but that's what we're thinking for everything. However, you know what I mean? So
it's a good answer for everything. It's multiverse.
I mean, because it makes sense that she's just gonna be like, she's gonna be up against something, needs to know how to do a specific thing, and she's gonna go to, you know, Agatha for that lesson. Yeah, like you said, and then that's when we'll find out like this whole time she's been going back to her as a reference. Yeah, especially knowing that she has the Darkhold and you know, and she's just like constantly looking shit up like Doctor Strange. So, Johnny, is there any like specific questions that you need like absolutely answered in this?
He's like, did I make too many? I don't know.
No.
I wrote a lot.
It's just like, he did actually, but still, it was just like we're getting pressed a little bit for time, and it's just like, which one do you really?
I'm gonna say the most. Oh man, damn! There's two.
You can always text Steve
That's
later.
all right.
Let's
get through.
He can still answer
Let's
these.
do the two. We can do this quick. I can shorten myself.
All right, where the fuck did White Vision go?
Oh yeah, he's just going.
This is the question that I had too.
Yeah, he just shot up into the sky with
literally
all the memories.
Why couldn't he be real Vision at the end?
So that the theory that I like there is that he's getting Vision's memories back does not make the synthezoid that was created by Hayward doesn't make that synthezoid Vision motion. So where the Mind Stone is what really made the original Vision a being that had a seemingly soul and all of that. This one still doesn't have that, so he's going to he needs to come to grips with, okay, now I've got all these Vision memories, and I've got so many visions in my head. He literally does. He's got the memory of the Vision he currently is. He's got the Vision
He was
White
Vision,
in Westview. Yeah. So yeah, I think he's just gonna be bouncing around for a little bit. He'll pop up at some point, obviously.
Will he turn back into the Vision?
Can he get that emotion? Can we put that emotion back into that jizzin?
Probably not.
If probably not, but it could potentially be learned, and it could be programmed into him.
Can I say that one of my favorite things from Wanda
Could Wanda
Vision
put it back into him?
Right.
You put it back into me
by injection. No, one of my favorite things to come from all of this is Vision. Vision.
Oh, yeah.
The Vision memes.
Those
They're
memes
so
are out
good.
of control.
They're so good.
So what was it? The one that I saw, and I forget. I think it was All for One Media put it in their story.
Probably,
and it was him. He had the do-rag and shit.
Yeah.
And it was
God.
what did it say, dude?
All of those fucking Vision memes.
I've been posting every single one of them
There
too.
was so many, dude. What was it? It was so funny. I remember I even responded to it because it was that funny that I had to. It was 3 in the morning, and I
You and Wanda broke up? Nah, Wanda broke. I'm up.
No. It was. It was.
He got the fucking the polo, the polo horse on him.
It was what is drip but swag. What was it? What was the line about love?
Hey yo, what is drip if not sauce persevering?
Sauce persevering.
He's just chilling there with his fat ass chain.
Those are fire, dude. That's the Rock's outfit, right? That's what the Rock was wearing in that picture with the fanny pack and shit.
One of my favorite too is the fucking iPhone launch.
The Steve Jobs.
It's the Steve Jobs one.
Oh, the Steve Jobs one was good, yeah.
Oh my god. There's so many good ones, yeah.
The love persevering line reminds me, there was a video that I saw of Paul Bettany being interviewed, and it was spliced on a TikTok video of this girl here's all of us reacting to the line that Vision says, and what is grief if not love persevering?
Yeah.
And she's bawling, and then it cuts over to this video of Paul Bettany on an interview and says, "What is beef if not cow persevere?"
Yeah.
And that is why I love Paul Bettany. And most British actors can pull off that type of dry, stupid humor, and it's just it cannot be learned.
That's just British humor.
That's just British humor. So anyway,
that's
Johnny,
so good.
I loved seeing that clip of Paul Bettany laughing at all of us when he said, "Wait until they find out it's just me." It's like fucking Paul Bettany right there.
Yeah,
all right, very last question. When do you think Wanda added the runes to the hex? I feel like suddenly they just appeared and there was runes there, and Agnes's vision didn't work.
Yeah,
she was throwing fireballs at her and missing a lot of them. She was
purposefully missing a bunch.
She was purposefully missing them, and she was creating the design in the hex.
Because I was thinking that same thing too, actually, after I first watched, and then when I rewatched it, I was like, oh.
So she shot six.
Right away, shots. I thought the same thing. I'm like, she's kind of, she's throwing shit
when
past
did
her.
she do this?
No, I saw that right away as she saw. That was one of the things that I did catch the first time.
Well, and then when she delivers the line, the witch within the given space. Oh shit!
It's I
kind
of knew
then that one was easy.
Who
do you think the Skrull was?
The Skrull? That's just some Skrull.
That was just a random Skrull.
I think that. So when we last saw Fury at the end of Far From Home, he was up in space with all the Skrulls on that ship.
Yeah, that was just a random Skrull, but was sent by Fury to bring her up.
And I think so. The Skrulls in the comics have always been villainous. I think MCU is setting them up as kind of they're the shadow government, more or less. And Fury has installed Skrulls all over Earth probably that are they're the secret shield most likely.
Yep.
So my guess is that that brief exchange between Monica and the Skrull is it reminded me of the engineers. I still don't think it was the aerospace engineer themselves, but the ones that delivered the tractor or whatever we want to call it to her, that said she's not the only one we're loyal to. I now look at that more as like, all right, they're all loyal to Fury, they're all loyal to Captain Marvel, and that whole the whole plot of Captain Marvel, I think, is going to be a pivotal part of the continuing story of the Skrulls in this.
I'm looking forward to it because a lot of the first movies are really like filler movies, just like we're gonna introduce you to this character. Like even with Captain Marvel, I did enjoy Captain Marvel. However, I did see I like there were a lot of people who did not. But it's like I've gotten to the point where I know if it's not the main actors, like if it's not Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, like all these other characters that are in there that are dope are like, it's just an introduction type of movie. Like they're just trying to get through this movie, even though the story is actually pretty good for most cases.
I actually read a really interesting review. For some reason, I get emails from Quora.com. I don't know why. I don't know when I signed up for those, but somebody asked the question, was like, why does Captain Marvel in the MCU get so much hate? And the response was actually really good, that they rushed her in and they tried to put her into Endgame, and even just her intro to the rest of the Avengers was very much like, I'm more powerful and badass than you. I'm here to help. Like, I'm going to go ahead and take Thanos out for all of us, and we'll turn this all around. And they definitely did. She didn't ultimately, but they definitely kind of wrote her in as being this savior. Yeah. And making the Avengers look like you're all pieces of shit since you couldn't deliver. Yeah.
But I mean, she's more powerful than all of them.
She is more powerful, yeah. And I totally get that and appreciate she got her power from the stone, just like Wanda that we now know. So I wonder if there's any other stone powered beings out there that might be popping up too, because that's
what they're ultimately going to come out with is the stones just alter the mutant gene.
Probably something about Tony's snap did this, that, or the other thing, or so many snaps did blah blah blah. And now everyone's got an X gene, and something's gonna wake it up, and trauma's gonna turn you into.
They already started it with Wanda Vision.
They did. They already did.
She had a little bit of that power, and then
that does remind me though, the one line that she gave Vision at the very end when they were saying goodbye, and he asked what he was. She described him as the piece of the Mind Stone that lived within her. And I'm theorizing still, and I said this early on, that Wanda could very well now be herself a vessel of the Mind Stone, and is in and of herself the Mind Stone.
Right.
And I think that's what the backstory of her reaching out, actually being exposed to the stone, and the Scarlet Witch appearing to her and everything. I think that was part of that transference of power, into another being, into a Nexus being, as we now know. So I don't know. It'll be interesting how they develop that further.
Yeah, I can't wait for it.
Me too.
It's we have another week and a half before.
Yeah. So did you see the calendar? Did you see the calendar though? Some dude on TikTok wrote out what we get. We get something every week from Marvel for the rest of this year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Including all of the making ofs that we're gonna get, because they're splitting up the shows are gonna be split with a making of.
Right.
Then the movies are going to have a making of, and that will fill in the couple weeks between some other shows.
I really enjoy those.
Yeah. I'm really excited.
Mandalorian started that, and I really enjoy those.
Yeah.
I like seeing all that behind-the-scenes shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like it ends up revealing a bit, too. There's definitely, more world building that happens in some of those.
Yeah.
Or at least you understand.
You
things a bit better.
understand what went down for that, and did that Wanda Vision one come out
It's this Friday.
this Friday?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that because I
Yeah.
want to see what the fuck was on their mind for that shit.
Thank God we're off.
Yeah.
yeah. No, we're not off. But yeah,
I might be off.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You might be.
Sorry.
Yes. I am not.
What a piece of shit I am. Never mind.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Whoops.
But anyway, but no.
I'm not off. What the fuck? I had to work Friday. What the fuck's going on? You got a holiday on
I'm off
Friday,
tomorrow.
Johnny?
I'm off tomorrow.
No
makes
holiday,
sense. No, I
just
get
a regular Friday.
He's not talking.
Are you
He's
muted?
not talking. Yeah, he's muted
You muted, Johnny?
because fuck us.
No?
This shit up.
Oh, shit. How did
Oh,
that
no, wait, there we go.
Oh man.
recorded myself speaking. I was talking.
I was talking.
I am not off on Friday, just a regular old Friday for me.
Nice.
Never mind
Same
then.
here.
You know what? Forget I said anything.
Getting high at 8:30 in the morning because it's a Friday, baby.
Yeah, that's about right.
Well,
If
now
there's
with
a
these
frickin'
Delta 8,
New show on.
now with these Delta 8 gummies, I might be too.
Gonna be high all the time. He's gonna
I'm
be the
just
new
gonna-
Blazer Ramon.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
have to
just take
pick-
3 or 4 of these.
pick some of those up as soon as I'm off.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
just
back
gonna
on
try
I
track.
feel
3
like
or
that
4 of
one
these.
definitely hit me.
Yeah,
A little
for
bit.
sure. It definitely hit me.
What is it? Let me see.
Yo, Hawkeye has a show?
Yeah, man.
It's coming out. Yep.
They're gonna be doing.
It's gonna be his daughter.
It's gonna
Renner.
be not his daughter. What's her name? Kate Bishop. His successor in the show.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think-
yeah.
what's
I
don't
thought
think
it was
it's
his daughter. I thought it
though,
was his
no.
daughter.
That's Haley
But- and that's-
Steinfeld.
Yeah, Haley
Steinfeld,
Haley
yes.
Steinfeld. I'm okay with Haley coming into the MCU. I got nothing against Haley.
Eh,
She was good
I
in that.
fucking
I'm
hate that
excited-
Dickinson show.
What movie?
I'm excited.
Oh,
I
that
didn't
was.
watch
It is that chick. Yeah, from Dickinson.
I'm excited for
I never
What
even
If.
saw it.
I'm really excited
Yeah.
for What If. You know,
Yeah.
Jeffrey
Wright.
Wright's gonna
Jeffrey
narrate
Wright.
that. He's
Yeah.
gonna be awesome
It's gonna
as
be
the
great.
voice of Uatu.
Yep.
I'm very
Absolutely.
excited for that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Do we have anything else to add to this stellar conversation on WandaVision?
Is it really stellar? That sounded sarcastic.
I'm always sarcastic. Someone's gonna think like, "Whoa, they had a great conversation," and then there's gonna be like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" There's gonna be somebody else that just thinks that.
I'm gonna keep stewing until Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
wait until
Winter
we have
Soldier?
another.
I can't wait until you.
I mean,
after
not
the
Winter
last
Soldier,
episode,
Which
Falcon and the
one?
Winter
Yeah,
Soldier.
Falcon.
Yeah,
and
Falcon and
Winter
Winter
Soldier.
Soldier.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
That is the
understood.
name
That's
of the
next week.
show.
Making me feel like a dickhead. I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm like, wait, where did Dave fuck up? I don't know.
You just forgot Falcon.
Yes, I forgot the
you
Falcon.
forgot to
You
mention
forgot
the
the
black guy.
Falcon. That's what threw me off.
Of course,
All right,
he
I'm
doesn't.
2 blunts in.
He doesn't
and
see
a couple
color.
of
I'll
drinks.
call Al Sharpton after the podcast, and I'll apologize.
All right. On that note, guys, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Insensitive Culture. I was gonna say Falcon and the Winter of Insensitive Culture.
That'd be dope.
That'd be the most disappointing MCU edition
Oh,
ever.
for sure.
We hated on WandaVision.
Yo, legit. Shout out to our boys at directorscutliquids.com. They hooked us up with the with the
Blue Raz.
25 days later, the blue raz, the strawberry,
Strawberry.
these
25 days.
the Delta 8 gummies.
I'm taking
So,
these, by the way.
If no, I'm taking this.
You take the Blue Raz.
But
I'm gonna
guys,
take the strawberry.
but no, guys, definitely if you've been thinking about Delta 8, jump on their website, directorscutliquids.com. Order yours today. It'll come to your home. Shout out to our affiliate podcast, it's Critical Mass Podcast. We have the boys at All for One.
All for one.
And,
I swear.
and the Green Room,
The
TGR
green
905.
room.
I fuck with everybody I just talked about. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. We love you. Peace.
Peace.